We can talk about it. Come on, let's get into it.
I feel like this year has been one of the better musical years than we've had in a while.
That is a fact.
Yeah. Last couple of years we was slacking, like we really wasn't getting no. But like
quality.
This year we got a lot of shit. But I feel like what's hurt a lot of music is the battle. The effects of the battle is still affecting music.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because what's happening is people are dropping quality projects, but if Drake drops an Iceman or if Kendrick does, like, it's like people are still caught up within the battle, and it's been a year. It's been a year, and people are still caught up in the battle. And I feel like it's also hurt like a lot of the smaller artists because it's like they're kind of scared to drop because it's like I don't want to get caught up in the shuffle of the aftermath of the battle.
Okay, so even with that, I'm gonna say even with the shuffle of the battle, we do have to digest whatever. They're gonna be tied. I've said that many times. They're always gonna be married, just like Jay-Z and Nas now.
Word.
Because
Facts.
there's always going to be somebody's always going to take subliminals out of something.
100. So
it definitely works in that fashion. But I feel like if you have quality music, regardless, it's going to peel through. I'm still on Freddie Gibbs, bro.
Alfredo 2 is really good,
bro.
Really
that's quality music,
really good. But a lot of people don't like. I be trying to like talk about Freddie, and like a lot of niggas be like they don't give him a chance.
It's
but
just like
but his body
like 2 Chainz too, though.
Yeah,
because a lot of people did not understand what 2 Chainz was doing.
But I've been a fan of 2 Chainz since he was Titty Boy.
Titty Boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm one of them.
Yeah,
I'm one of those lot of people that don't listen to Freddie Gibbs, bro. Like,
but he honestly, his discography alone, like I feel like if you ever get a chance, I feel like Freddie Gibbs music, you have to sit down and really like digest it.
Yes,
I feel like if you moving around, if you like moving through the city and you driving, it may not hit you because like, especially when he does like, especially his 2 Alfredo 1 and 2 with Alchemist is like the production isn't like, I feel like it is driving around music depending on what zone you in, right?
Yeah.
So like I feel like if you like just cruising, you just chilling, you just kind of like zoning out, I feel like Freddie Gibbs is like what you want to do. But if you trying to like turn up, trying to get hype, or if you just like kind of like moving and shuffling, it's going to kind of be like white noise. It's going to go in and out because you're not going to be really listening to it because he really can rap.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So,
and I'm about to say I've heard like snippets of him rapping here and there, but I just like it's like I know the skill is there.
Yeah,
I know like his delivery, his lyricism, like all it's all there. It's just I don't fuck with how it sounds.
And that's fair. And that's fair. Yeah. So I get it. But Freddie Gibbs, the Offset album was fire. Gunna was fire, and I'm glad. And I'm glad that they're about to do a collab album, so I'm happy about that. Gunna and Offset.
I need that. Yeah, because niggas ain't moving around Atlanta for real no more.
Nah, it's
what else? What's another album that
K-Camp dropped an album that was decent.
I have it. I gotta
came to the city.
I gotta run it back. I kind of like skimmed through it. I ain't really.
Didn't he come with T.I. son?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he came with.
I was sorry. Wasn't that last week or the week before?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I
was super sorry about that.
As far as the music, Will, to answer your question, it depends on what I'm doing, right?
Okay.
So like if I'm like I've been really on my workout shit lately, so like working out, I'm listening to working out, I'm listening to ESCG. Okay. I feel like he makes incredible workout music. I'm listening to a person that I got really into lately is Young Nudy.
Yeah, Nudy be having them beats. I don't know about it, bro.
So Young Nudy is affiliated. He's affiliated with 21 Savage, but like his last 2 tapes is really hard, bro.
I gotta listen to it.
Yeah, man. But his last album, I really fuck with his like. So when I'm working out, I'm listening to like more aggressive music. So like Young Nudy, ESCG, Baby Drill, who's also affiliated with 21 Savage and Young Nudy. Who else I'm listening to? Another person that I had to tap back into that motherfuckers is sleeping on, and he's from Atlanta. Well, he's technically from Chicago, but he was raised in Atlanta. Is Saw Baby.
Saw Baby.
Not Side Up Baby, Saw Baby.
Saw Baby.
Pull Up With a Stick. Remember the song Pull Up With a Stick? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Saw Baby.
Oh,
that's Saw Baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, he it's a lazy comparison, but a lot of people be like when you kind of hear his music like off rip, you may think it's kind of like Young Thug because he kind of like played with his vocals like that. But his matter of fact, he got a song that's been going super viral. You probably didn't know it was him. That Viking song. It's like like if you hear the beat, you gonna be like, oh shit, I've been hearing that shit all the time on like TikTok and like you feel me?
That's where everybody
it just depends on where I'm at. So like the gym shit, like that's where I'm at when I'm in the gym. If I'm like music kind of dictates my mode, right? So like if I'm on some player shit, trying to get some money shit, I'm listening to Babyface Ray. I'm listening to Larry June. I'm listening to who else? I don't know. I really got a large range of taste.
Lifestyle rap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But also too lately, I've been going back to a lot of old shit.
That's where I've been at.
Late '90s, early 2000s.
So
I would say mid '90s for real.
I've been solid Wu-Tang right now.
So I've been like Foxy Brown.
Not a bad.
Man, you know what? Like,
it's
Foxy,
not bad to go back into.
Like, bro, like Foxy don't get her respect. You know, I know, especially with like in the height of this women, you know, women rap is really getting like a lot of highlight. Like Foxy, you know, Kim, you know, Big, of course, Big, Nas, Jay. Cause you know, I kind of grew up on that. You know, like I was blessed to have like 2 older brothers. So.
My dad had the book.
I've been, bro.
So I'll be all over music, bro.
When I go to the gym, like you said, bro, I like that hard. So I definitely throw in some Ice Wear. I definitely.
I like what he's doing right now, where he's flipping the R&B beats.
Bro, he's showing his.
Who is the dude that's rapping or singing on like some rap shit, like here in the city?
Oh, that's Saint Lamar. I know him.
Nigga, bro.
I know him. That's my guy.
That nigga, I had to follow that nigga last week because the shit.
You know he out in the A. You know he running around the A. Shout out to Saint Lamar. I met him like years ago. I used to my homie G, who's a teacher in Gahanna. He teaches like middle school. So he used to like open up the gym for us like on Sunday mornings and we would hoop. And he was like one of the guys. He was like, I don't want to call him a kid because he's a grown man now, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like they would come hoop with us, you feel me? And this is before they used to say like, yo, Dez, he rap, but at that time he was like kind of shy. He wasn't putting out music. So to see where he's at now and how he's tearing up the internet is super dope, man. So I reached out to him not too long ago and he said next time he's in the city that he will pull up. So next time he's in the city and he's doing some content, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, Will.
Please do.
So Saint Lamar, if you're hearing this, bro, you gotta pull up on me. You gotta pull up on my bro Will, man. We supporting you. We love what you're doing.
Yes.
And you know, I'm just big on supporting creators in the city, bro.
Okay, let's get into that because I didn't even tell you where we at. I didn't even tell you where we at. You already know. We already in the whip. And it's your boy William Ryan. You already know. It's
Boy Troy.
Yeah, Big Troy, not the little one, bro. Hey, and I got one of the dopest niggas in the city, bro. Listen. This is a big one, and I'm very excited to have him on because this is a pillar of the city for real. My boys call me the mayor because we have a lot of access everywhere, but this is the motherfucking mayor for real. This my dog. The Mixie one. The third part of what we talking about. What's some more slogans, bro?
Yeah, man. You know, Dez Arnaz, if you don't know me, 10 of your friends do.
More?
Local nigga with a major buzz.
Say what?
You know what I'm saying? Local nigga with a major buzz.
It's Dez Arnaz,
here,
bro.
Man.
We got him in there.
Mayor Gunther who? You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, so like, bro, I remember faintly meeting you when I first stepped into nightlife, when I was freelancing and everything, and you would be with Fundamentals.
Yes.
I remember those.
Humble beginnings.
I don't remember if you remember Patron Till It's Gone up at JoJo's.
Bro, we did all types of shit, bro.
Bro, listen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really a young OG in the city, bro. Like, for real. You know what I mean? You know, I don't. You know, it be how can I put this, Will? I feel like sometimes I be having like imposter syndrome. Like sometimes I go through these things I don't really like to talk about the past a lot, but when people interview me and stuff, I will do it because I feel like it is important.
It's a reference back
but I don't like to do it because I don't want people to feel like I just hang my hat on that. Like that's all I ever done, and that's like the end all be all to my life.
So it is.
But I feel like it's important,
though, bro.
But I do feel like it's important to like kind of show niggas like I don't care. People can say whatever they want to say, but at the end of the day, I feel like I am one of the most influential people in the city to like really kick in the door with this party shit. Like especially for like my era and young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because
I personally say, from my experience in the city, I linked up. I was promoting parties in the early 2010s with Finesse.
Those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've seen you out before, and I think we may have dapped each other up like it just in familiar face type shit. But I've never had a conversation with you, bro. I've never like formally met you.
Yeah, word.
So it's like this the first time, and it's like one of the things like me personally, like you said, bro. I know for a fact I've heard your name around the city. I've heard that you've been in things, you've been, facilitating all types of events and all types of positive stuff going around the city. So it's like, me personally, I'm sitting here, I want to hear, your backstory too, just to know something about somebody from the city.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, but I had to do it because, like, for one, I fuck with Will. I remember Will from a long time ago when he was like first coming outside. I know he used to, I know you was real good friends with a person that's like a sister to me, Winnie. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. I remember you used to be like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, Winnie, that's I love Winnie to death.
Wow.
Like we got so yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, so whatever you want to talk about with that, however you want to start it, like how I got into it, but just to kind of reference that, I kind of go through that, but people like you always remind me, like people like you,
I don't get that, bro.
People like Trav be like, bro, like it's important, like you gotta share your history,
bro. So
shout out to Finesse too, you know what I mean? Super shout out, like Ben, that's like one of my closest friends, man. Like I love Ben to death.
That was a great interview too.
John and A-Rod, I went to school with them. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick? We saved a lot of the innocent. Okay.
Yeah.
We saved. There was some stories. We saved a lot of the.
You got to.
Saved the innocent.
My boy A-Rod got 2 broken arms.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that.
He saved it.
Yes.
A-Rod, John, those is my guys. I went to school with them. Ben, like me and Ben. We met through the nightlife shit, and because of the industry, like that's like one of my good friends. Like that's a person that I truly love. Like I know, like if I'm ever really in some trouble, if I'm ever really in some shit, like, and Ben is there, I know Ben got me. Like I ain't gotta think twice. Like I know Ben got me, and solid niggas. Shout out to John and A-Rod too. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we get that Mifflin pride. So those my niggas.
So I definitely got to thank you for taking out your time to come and.
I had to do it.
I know you said you had to do it, but it's just like you and Trav. So backstory. I've always looked at the pod. I've watched the pod grow to where it is now, and I'm like, I gotta incorporate my guys in just to let y'all know who the fuck these niggas be for real. Because it's not a game. These guys do this shit at a very high level, and it's always a fucking hit.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Don't Miss. That's what I'm gonna add to it too. Mr. Don't Miss, because in that, I want you to understand, Des, that you carry a certain weight to the name, okay? Because you have experienced and have been around to see what to do and what not to do, what works and what don't work.
Absolutely.
So in that, with you being with Fundamentals, and then fast forwarding to going to the radio, and then on top of that, the triumph of you actually stepping out and stepping into the role of doing the truck driving and everything like that, bro. I've watched, and I'm like, this. I got to bring my guy in because I want to know, just like with me, I've watched it, but I don't know the story behind it.
For sure,
you are a man of less words, but just doing.
I mean, you got to just jump out there. So wherever you want to start, we can go. But
so
shout out to my brother Trap too. You know, that's my guy. That's like we got that.
Yeah,
we have that big brother little brother like relationship, and it's so funny, like how we kind of met because Trav initially was cool with my older brother Sharif, and then he kind of met me through later on through life or whatever. But when you said the beginning, like where are we going from the beginning? Like,
so we. Do we
what led me to nightlife?
Yeah, okay. What led you to nightlife? But before that, like, have you always had this charisma though? Like,
so
that was one of the factors because I see where you move. There's always a vibe. There was a dance that broke out because of it, and it went viral.
Yeah, and that shit that's
the light part.
But also too, like with that shit, just kind of go with that before we get honestly, a lot of like my biggest moments, like. There's exactly. They don't be like, because
I was there. I seen when that happened.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do this and then this gonna happen. Like honestly, and shout out to my nigga D Bell. He had hit me up the other day. He was like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Niggas can say whatever they want to say, but the Fantasia When I See You record, niggas did not really start fucking with that record until you got that shit popping with the viral moment.
Between that and then Trav with whoa. Y'all had that, and it was a chemistry that y'all had. So it was like, so I remember when you did there was Screaming Willies, and then there was Major Woodies.
Yeah.
Let's tap back. Let's see what got you into the nightlife.
Okay, so before we even get to Major Woodies, that come like later on with the nightlife. So you want the long version?
Yeah, we here, bro. We here.
Okay, so here's how all this shit started. So before I got into as far as like the charisma and personality, this has always been me.
Right.
I ran into like niggas I went to high school with. The other day I was in Life, and niggas was like, man, like they was like, Dez, if we had social media back in the day, you would have been out of here. You'd been famous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I was when I was at high school. I was always that guy. Like, I was just a silly, funny class clown. I went to Mifflin, so like when I went to Mifflin, I tell people I was the Spike Lee of my era. Like I would be at every game, front row. I'm giving the opposing team hell. Like I'm going, like I was that dude. Like always animated, charisma. You know what I'm saying? The Mifflin Brookhaven rivalry was big back in the day. That shit was like Ohio State, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of, my two older brothers went to Mifflin, so it was already written for me. Like it was no question, I'm going to Mifflin. And then my little brother, like he the one that fucked up the tradition. He didn't go. He went to Eastward, and he finished his senior year at Afrocentric. But so Mifflin was just always, the Mifflin culture was just automatically in me. You know what I'm saying? Because like my two brothers went. That was like my home school, so half my neighborhood went there. It was just like, it was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But anyway, I was always just like that guy, right? When it comes to like being funny, just personality. So what got me into hosting was this. So my senior year, we did a talent show, and I was the host of the talent show. So my big homie, which is also Trav's big homie, is DJ O Sharp. So DJ O Sharp, at once upon a time, he was like one of the directors at Northeast Rec. So that's like my home recreation center. Okay. I grew up in Northeast Rec. So from 6 years from
Northsider.
Yeah, I'm a Northsider, big Northsider. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, big Northside. So I was from 6 years old until 15, 16. I was in Northeast Rec all day, every day. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had one of the best like hoop leagues, like the fall winter thing. Right. Like I said, I grew up in that area, so I know everybody from the Somerset, Agler Green, just that whole area. You know what I mean? Like I grew up. You know what I mean? So that was kind of like that's like part of the reason why I know so many people is through sports. Yeah. Now, so O Sharp was. So I knew O Sharp through Northeast, and then later on in life, he's been DJing for a long time, but then also too, he kind of had a record label back in the day. So some of the people that were signed to the label,
I never knew that.
Yeah. So some of the people that were signed to the label I went to school with them. So rest in peace to my homie Ozzy, Courtney, his real name. He was a part of the label. So he came to see Courtney and I was the host, and I was turning up the the talent show or whatever. So O was the first person to breathe life into me. O, after the talent show, he put me to the side. He said, Dez, I don't know what you want to do in life, but if this is what you want to do, you should really like look into doing it because you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because like I was one of the kids that I went to school, but I didn't play sports. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play for the school team, and it's not because I couldn't. I'm not gonna lie and act like I was Michael Jordan, nothing like that. But it's not because I couldn't, but like my heart just wasn't in it. I just knew early, like, I'm not going to the NBA. I didn't, I wasn't big like I am now. Back then I was skinny, frail, so like I didn't play football, you know what I'm saying?
You
like
was a skinny guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So football wasn't even a thing for me. So I was just like, but I was just always into like what's going on now, like entertainment, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be like a VJ and just in the music and shit like that. So I grew up watching Rap City and Yo MTV Raps and all that shit. Like I seen that, and I'm like, I want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So that was just always my thing. So O was the first person to breathe life into me. I'm like, okay, cool, bam. So then I went to college and I went to Central State. I went to Central State for like a year and a half. Now I really went to college because like I really did it for my mom. Like my mom wanted me to go to school, and like two of my homies from the neighborhood, they went to Central State. So I didn't go to no college tour. I didn't do no visits. The only school I went to visit was Central State, and that was an unofficial visit. I went to Central State.
Just went down there.
I went down there one weekend with two of my homies. Right, I went down there with two of my homies.
That'll get you.
And shout out to Dave and Craig. I went down there with them, and then they used to do this icebreaker. So remember when the icebreakers was real heavy?
Classic, man.
So shout out to DJ O'Peasy, right? He's from the city. See how all this shit come full circle?
Yes, sir.
So DJ O'Peasy, which is a guy that I feel like don't get enough respect. He don't get his credit. DJ O'Peasy was very, very instrumental into my life as well, right? So DJ O'Peasy, they used to do this icebreaker at Wright State at Don Pablo's. It was like a little restaurant, right? And I went to the very first one. So the weekend I went down there was the very first icebreaker that they did at Don Pablo's. Yeah. So I'm down there, I get in there, Dez being Dez, niggas know that I was a dancing machine, all that stuff. Right, you feel me?
You sound like me.
You know what I mean?
I was that day.
I'll walk into the party, and then I'm getting twerked by the starting point guard for Wright State's girls basketball team. It's over with. I'm not going. I'm here.
In there.
It was a no-brainer. I was sold. I'm coming to Central State.
Sign, seal, delivered.
Sign, seal, delivered. Come to Central State. You know what I'm saying? But leading to that, kind of go backwards, right? Mm-hmm. So I got to go backwards because I feel like this part of the story is very instrumental, and I'll always give these guys flowers. DJ Drew and Skip. Skip was the host. That's who made me want to host. So I've been outside since I was 15, 16.
Wow.
Teen nights.
Step off the
you feel
porch.
Me? So what DJ Drew and Skip did to the city, as far as the party game, had it on smash, bro. The teen nights was incredible. So now a lot of people know how they had Studio 69 on Smash, but before they was in Studio 69, they was at Minsky's.
I remember that.
Minsky's.
I remember hearing
now
about that.
Minsky's. A lot of people don't even know, but it's across the street from the DNS. What is now the DNS? That used to be Rachel's back in the day.
Yep.
So across the street from that if you park in that parking lot, you probably parked in front of it, because like that parking lot over there, like by DNS fills up quick. Mm-hmm. So across the street from that little plaza, that's where Minsky's was. That's Minsky's.
That damn close.
Damn close. So we used to be. So that was my introduction to party. Cause I used to do the house parties and shit like on my side of town, and then that was my introduction to like clubbing before like I really got in the club. So I went to teen night, and then my homie Craig went to Eastmore. My homie Dave went to West. So when I was going to Minsky's, like that was my introduction to like the East Side, because like we didn't, you know what I mean, like when I was growing up, we didn't leave our side of town.
It was very secluded.
You only left your side of town if like you like if you had like some family on the other side of town or something like that, but like you didn't really, you know what I mean, like because it's not how the city is like intermixed now. It wasn't like that back in the day. It was like if you was from the north side, you stayed on the north side.
Listen,
you
from the south side. It didn't start being like that until 2008.
Exactly. Internet. The internet was So anyway, so I watched them and I'm like, bro, DJ Drew and Skip, like they chemistry, like how they turned up the like the parties and shit. I'm like, bro, I want to do that. But I used to, you know, I was like shy then, so like I was like funny in my neighborhood, I was like funny in my school, but like when we would get outside of our neighborhood, I was kind of like reserved because I'm real like observant. I gotta like feel the energy, I gotta see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, before I really open up. So I feel like that I had to tell that part of the story, right? So then fast forward, I told you about the O Sharp shit, so that also gave me confidence, right? So then I go to Central State. I did Central State for like a year and a half, and then I dropped out of school because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I was just kind of like, I don't really know what I'm going to school for. I don't want to get a bullshit degree, and I got all these school loans and shit like that. So yeah, you know what I mean? Because I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I ain't had no scholarships and nothing like that because I was bullshitting in school. So I'm just like shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm home, but I'm still going outside all the time, right? So I'm like, man, I gotta figure this out. I can't just be just going outside and not like doing nothing with it, right? So a couple of friends of mine. I'm gonna protect the innocent because you know motherfuckers, people married now, shit like that. And I don't want to, you know what I'm saying. So if you know,
that's why I give disclosures. There was one where I was like, my wife know who I was before I was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, I don't, but they introduced me to DJ Fun. They like, cause they knew, they was like, Dez, man, like you should start hosting. We got a homie DJ Fundamentals. He need a host. You like y'all should meet. Y'all should meet, right? Match, so I forget what was the first party I met Fundy at. So I meet Fundy, right?
Shout out to Fundy,
man. That's my brother. I love him to death. But this nigga, so he DJing. This nigga Fundy and DJ and Fundy blind for real. Like, so this nigga DJing. So then they like, yo, this Dez. So he looking at me squinting. And he like, yeah, man. Like this nigga Fundy, like this your host. He like, oh, yo, you want to be a host, huh? He like, I got a party at the Red Zone tomorrow. Be there at 9 o'clock. I'm like,
put him on.
Oh shit! I ain't ready for this, right?
Red Zone is that.
This is when the Red Zone was the Red Zone. Not like they open like they reopened like 3 times. I'm talking about the first Red Zone, right?
First Red Zone.
So I meet him at the Red Zone. This nigga threw me in the fire. He like, you ready? Grabbed the mic, threw it in my hand. I'm like, and I'm like, Tess, everybody stop. Like, listen, looking. I didn't know what to say. This nigga just turned the music on. He like, we got work to do. I'm like, cause I'm used to just like entertaining my friends. I'm used to entertaining the hood. I'm used to entertaining school. Like, I don't know all these people. I didn't even really know what to do, right? But I didn't really know what to do for real, right?
Got you.
So then after that, me and this nigga Fundy, I would meet Fundy at his crib. He had an apartment over there like off Schrock. Me and this nigga used to practice every day, bro. He would get off work. I would come meet him at his apartment, and I know his neighbor used to hate him. He got the whole turntable set up in his living room. And we practicing. He playing music, blah, 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 blah. You got to do this, you got to do that. When you hear this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I be like, I know I don't DJ, but the reason why I be so critical on DJ because it's like, this is what I grew up. Like, I know how this shit works because you know what I'm saying? So we was practicing every day. So then once I like started hosting, so then what I started doing was and then what we would do is like, we would go out through the week. We would go to like different bars, different clubs, and we would see how the night worked, right? Like watching people host, listening to the music, watching the people. And that's why I'm like that to this day. Like to this day, I study the whole operation because I learned that from Fundy. You know what I'm saying? So at the time when I came into the host game, there was nobody young to it. All them niggas was older than me. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when I came in, City News was this.
He was the guy, bro.
Oh yeah, he used to be everywhere.
Bro, I'm about to say, bro, there was
he was that guy.
So
backstory. His name was Gold.
Backstory. Funny, before he actually stepped into that, he was my gym teacher. And he was my science teacher.
In City?
At WC.
Yeah. So when I came into the game, this is like the height of Fundy. I mean, I'm sorry, the height of City.
Copy.
So, you know, so now I'm watching City. You know what I mean? So what? Like we going out. You know, when I was in the game, you know, at that time, like there was a Killer Mike. You know what I mean? Killer Mike was like one of the main guys.
Yeah.
It was City.
Shout out for
there was Solo. There was a couple other guys. So I'm watching all these people, right? But then also too, like I was always like internet savvy.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my nigga Jordy, you know, that's my best friend. That's my brother. I love that nigga to death. You know what I'm saying? We from the same neighborhood. But you know, for those that don't know Jordy, and I always gotta give Jordy his props because this is what I do. I'm gonna always celebrate my people. So Jordy, are you familiar with Animal House, the concert series Animal House?
Mm-hmm.
That's Jordy. Jordy started that.
Word.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
So Jordy is the one that brought Kendrick Lamar, Don
Yeah.
Kennedy, all them niggas to the city.
Wow.
It's Jordy.
And that's how you got the interview with Drake too.
Yeah. Well, no, I got the interview. Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah.
I did. That is how I got there because Jordy went to Bowling Green and Jordy's homies, Dre, who's now MGK's road manager. They do the concert. They the ones that brought. Drake. They brought Drake to the BG. Then they did like a 3-city run. So when they brought him to Columbus, they was like, "Dez, we're gonna make sure you and Craig get the interview."
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's how I affiliated.
But Jordy, but so Jordy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my nigga. That's like, you know what I mean? That's my best friend. That's my partner in crime. We here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how all that shit started. So anyway. We studying these niggas. So me and him was always internet savvy, right? Mm-hmm. So my mom then went through 100 hard drives, 100 computers because we was tearing them bitches up with LimeWire, BearShare, and all that shit. Download the music, this and the third. But we was real heavy into the blogs. Mm-hmm. So I used to watch like I know he's not a favorable guy, but people that know me know like. Diddy died like before everything happened. I'm watching how Diddy turning up his parties. There's another guy, if you're not familiar with, Kenny Burns. Kenny Burns, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching like different hosts from different cities. I'm watching what's going on in my city, and I'm taking pieces of elements that they doing it, and I'm applying, and I'm making it Dez Arnaz. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I like how they did that, but I'm gonna say it how I would say it. Okay, I like it. You know what I mean? So that's. You feel me? So boom, I'm developing my personality. So me and Fundy's like first big break was we used to DJ at there was this bar called the Cabana Bar. Mm-hmm. Cabana Club. It's called Cabana. It's on 161. It's where the Roosters is at.
Okay. I got you.
So that was our first big break. Now back in the day, Cabana used to go crazy. Okay. So that was me and Fundy's first big break. So we started in the Cabana. So when in the Cabana, but the Cabana is paying City News to be the host. But no. So I'm not really getting paid. Well, I'm not really getting paid in like I'm carrying Fundy's crates for real.
Okay.
I'm carrying Fundy's crates, and then City would let me kind of like warm up the crowd, and then he would take over later. But I didn't understand the business then, right? So I'm getting mad because I'm like, this thing ain't letting me cook. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm just now cooking.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, I had real hate for City. I'm like, this old ass nigga hating, bro. I'm in here cooking. I'm bringing niggas out. Niggas is coming seeing me. They don't know this motherfucking nigga. This nigga's hating. This is how I'm feeling. Fuck man. This nigga. You know what I'm saying, right? This is how I'm feeling. So then one night, it was like New Year's Eve. Bro, this nigga, I get in that bitch. I start tearing that motherfucker up. City let me rock. So after it was over, right? City pulled me to the side. He said, Dez, I like you, bro. He said, I know you used to feel like I was hating on you. He said, I'm not. He said, they're paying the radio station. City used to get big money to do this shit.
Yeah.
He said, because back then he was getting paid through the radio station because they was like paying the radio station to have radio presence to bring them to the club. So they're paying the radio station a lot of money to get airplay on the radio and have City there as the host. But I didn't know the business yet. So he said, I know you thinking I'm hating, but I'm not. But I gotta do this because they're paying a lot of money to the radio station and me to do this. Yeah. He said, if it was up to me, I would let you cook because I see you, you know what I mean? Like, I see that you serious about this and you good at it, but I gotta do my job because if I don't, they're gonna complain to the rail station. It's gonna fuck up the business. So once he did that, I said, oh. And then all this shit comes through full circle later because I ended up working with City, right?
Yep. Beautiful.
Boom. So I'm like, okay, cool. But then he told me, so he drops gems on me, and then he tells me, look, keep doing what you're doing, but don't let these other niggas stop you from what you're doing. Because he said, I already see what's about to happen, and you about to take off, and they all gonna try to like bully you and like try to get in your lane because I didn't have a me, and that's why I always give back because I told myself, once I started getting my lane, once I got in my lane and I started getting my name and all that shit, I'll always reach back. That's why to this day, that's why anytime you ask me, I give you everything because I'm like, I don't never want to be that because I wish I had a me when I was coming up. I felt like it was me against the world when I was coming up because there was no young niggas. All the niggas was older and they all looked down on us. Like me and Funny had to fight for everything that we got coming up. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So that was the introduction, right? So then we kind of outgrew Cabana. So then we go across the street to the Obvious, aka Shark Bar. So we in there. We going crazy in there, right? My nigga Fundy, one of the first niggas to bring Gucci Mane to the city. This is a fact.
It's a fact.
He brought Gucci Mane to the city when Ohio State Step Show used to be that shit. He brings Gucci Mane to the city the same day that year, right? I'll never forget. And this is why I'm such a Gucci fan, bro. First of all, I always loved his music. This nigga Gucci comes to the city. First of all, Gucci ran us through the ringer, bro. This nigga, like his rider, this nigga said he wanted Cristal. Do you know how hard it was to get Cristal in Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah, bro, that was peak. That was top shelf.
These niggas
before it came to
Fundy had to drive 45 minutes outside of Columbus to find a bottle of Cristal.
One bottle.
Wow.
You don't want to know what Gucci did to that bottle?
Poured that bitch.
He poured it out into the.
No, he didn't do that. He cracked up. He took 2 sips of that motherfucker. Hey, Gucci, listen. Shout out to Gucci. Gucci comes to the city. This nigga wears a fur coat, a fuck the snowman tee.
Yeah, Gucci.
Oh, this is
in the middle of the spring. In the middle of the spring.
This is top B.
This is 745 Gucci.
That's crazy.
Nigga, he performed 745 in the middle of the Shark Bar. No beat.
Yeah, Gucci.
Dissing Jay-Z, dissing Jeezy. Facts. This is facts. I've been outside for a long time. I've been doing this shit for a long time, nigga.
Listen.
So like, but I was already a big Gucci fan. But that's what I'm saying. Gucci put on the show though. He was worth every penny. This nigga Gucci came in there. He performed all the hits. He did his mixtape hits. This is when he had the Burn One mixtape. You know what I'm saying? He did all that shit, right?
I remember when Scott and them used to bring him to the city. Bro.
Yeah. So
every time.
Boom. Right. So then we kind of outgrow the Shark Bar, right? But while we in the Shark Bar, so then Major Woody's opened up, right? So before we got in, so this is how we get into Major Woody's, and I hope I'm not losing the listeners. I know I'm telling them not. You know what I'm saying?
Buckle up. We about to pull up. Let's go. Let's go. We about to pull up. Let's get into it.
So this is how this shit get cracking, right? So this is how we get in Major Woody's. So as the time that we at the Shark Bar, and these is 2 people that I want to highlight that I don't feel like that don't get their respect in the nightlife, and you really won't know them unless you was in the nightlife during that era, right? Offbeat and Basic. Offbeat and Basic, those is my brothers. Shout out to Basic. I had a long conversation with Basic probably like 4 or 5 months ago, man. I love that nigga to death. Same thing with Offbeat. I love them to death, bro. Those are the 2 people, when I was getting ready to quit this shit, they said, hell no. Nigga, you the future, bro. Do not let these old niggas run you out.
Why
right?
was you about to quit?
Because I wasn't really getting like, when I first got into the industry, once again, it wasn't a me. So all the old niggas used to try to like just pull the bullshit on me that I didn't know the game then. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting the shit cracking, that niggas trying to, you know what I'm saying, niggas trying to ball hog the mic, niggas trying to just do all this corny shit, and it's just like, bro, get the fuck out the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all doing? But they just seen what we was doing, and they was trying to piggyback on the wave without really being on the wave. You know what I'm saying? So Offbeat and Basic, those was the guys that, you know, before there was this social media thing, guys, Facebook and shit, before Facebook even dropped, there was a thing called flyers that you had to pass out.
Flyers.
Yeah,
and street teams.
Offbeat and Basic passed out all the top promoters. If you wanted your event promoted, if you wanted your flyers out there, you hired Offbeat and Basic.
Because it'd be all over the
These
cars.
niggas went all over. They was a 2-man team. They would kind of get niggas here and there to help them, but they was a 2-man team. And I had a long talk with Basic, and Basic was like, man, if I knew what I knew now, we would have expanded it so we didn't have to work as hard and still be able to eat. But we none of us knew the business, and you know that's gonna kind of come later for me. Like, I just, you know, I've always been good at like ideas, business, like cultivating shit. But the business aspect was never my thing, you know what I mean? Because I didn't look at it as a business back then. I was just in the moment. I was a prisoner of the moment, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how big we really were until I got older. But anyway, so Offbeat and Basic, I feel like those two guys are very instrumental. I hear a lot of stories about this nightlife stuff, and people don't get them their flowers, and I'm gonna always get them flowers because they were very instrumental to the golden era of nightlife, is what I call it, and they were very instrumental to my career. But Offbeat and Basic, not only did they pass out the flyers, but they was also the guys that go pick up the artists, drive them around the city, get them to their hotels, get them to the airport. Like, them niggas did everything.
The appointed guy.
Them niggas did everything. If an artist, bro, there was times artists got stuck in Cincinnati and Cleveland, they had to be in Columbus, them niggas gonna go get them. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hype.
and make sure they make it to the event on time in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure there wasn't no jiggy promotion,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? So when we were promoting our parties for the Obvious and Sharp Bar and stuff like that, we were back then with Major Woody's didn't want no soliciting on the lot. So if you wasn't promoting the event, they would have security and cops out there stopping you. But we was always able to sneak on the lot, hit every car, and get away, and never got caught. We never got caught. So how we got into Major Woody's was the owner, Chico, he picks up one of the flyers one day, and he calls Fundy, because Fundy's number would be on the flyer. He said, man, I gotta meet y'all. I need to know who y'all are. Y'all keep getting on my lot.
Ghost ass niggas, bro.
And I need this, like, I gotta understand, like, how are y'all doing this? Like, I want to have a conversation with y'all. Like, how are y'all doing this? We've catch everybody, but we've never caught y'all, and y'all are. And you know, Major Woody's was a real club.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have no clubs no more. XO Long Street was the last club that we had in the city.
You're right.
Major Woody's was a club that could fit 500 people easy. And that wasn't even the capacity.
A lot of space.
That wasn't even the capacity.
A lot of fucking space.
So we have a meeting with Chico. We go down there. Me and Fundy walk in. We got a couple of other homies that was with the team. He like, it's y'all? Like,
That's it.
he like, I thought y'all had like 100-man team. He like, it is y'all? And we like, yeah, it's us. And we got, you know, there's a couple other people, you know, Offbeat and Basic, of course, that didn't come to the meeting because, you know, they was busy. They worked for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't really funding ENT. So he like, man, look, since y'all keep getting on my lot, y'all promoting, like, I like what y'all doing, I'm gonna give y'all a shot. He like, because at that time they didn't do hip hop. Fundy ENT is the reason why hip hop night started in Major Woody's. Now, were there other people that probably did events before us? Probably, because I know niggas are probably gonna hear this and be like, oh no, we actually did. Cool, whatever.
But
Fundy ENT kicked in the door. Right? Period. So he like, I'm gonna give y'all a night, y'all choose a night. He's like, I'm gonna let y'all do something, because like they didn't really do hip hop. They did top 40. They did top 40, but they ain't do hip hop. You feel me, Will? So, boom. He give us a night. I'll never forget. I got the flyer on my phone. I forget the exact date, but we did a party called 100% Swag.
I heard about this in high school.
100% Swag.
Go ahead.
2000. It's like 2007, nigga. 2007,
bro.
Nigga, when I say we packed that bitch out, every hood in the city, nigga, this is when Greg Oden and Mike Conley and them went to Ohio State. They was in there. They was in there, niggas.
That's my freshman year of high school.
Damn.
Mike Conley, Greg Oden, Daquan Cook. You feel me? Lighty. You feel me? 22nd and Livingston, 4th and 8th, Windsor Terrace.
Talk about it.
You feel me?
Talk about it. Let's go.
E-Lane.
Wow.
Nigga. You feel me?
It was packed. So
everybody, anybody that was somebody, it was in that bitch that night,
let
nigga.
me tell you, because there was so many stories. I didn't step off the porch and really start going out until college.
Ohio State football, nigga. Them niggas was in there. You feel me?
Just clip it right there.
Oh, my fault. Okay, I'm fucking up to there.
No, clip it right there.
Yeah.
It's all good. There were so many stories that circulated through from that event from Major Woody's, and I was just like, damn, bro, like it's going on out there.
Yeah,
I had to step off.
Yeah, man. So it's like, so we did 100% Swag, nigga. Ooh. And they ain't never seen nothing like that, bro. I'm talking about from that night going forward, like, nigga, we had a Fundy ENT by itself. We did a 3-summer run in that bitch. We had that bitch packed out every Saturday night, nigga. It wasn't it was like, nigga, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer, nigga. Saturday night, Major Woody's, nigga. We in there. We had that bitch cracking. That was like the real birth of Des Arnaz. Like that party is what took me to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, at that time, like I said, social media, like Facebook is still a new thing. Like, you know, you had to still have a college email to get on Facebook at that time. Like, for real. Well, no, by that time, they was kind of letting everybody on. You know what I'm saying? People probably won't give us the credit, but I feel like we was the ones that started the mass promotion on Facebook. And what I mean by that is, like, creating the groups. And then, nigga, we used to pay people to log in, because back then you had to click on each individual friend,
every single one
to invite. I feel like then again, I know people, motherfuckers might hear this and they might feel like, oh no, but I feel like we started that. We started the mass promotion on Facebook. We kicked off the motherfucking Major Woody's phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? And that was the like. And that's when it was just like, I was out of here. You feel me?
Yes.
And then from that point forward, it was just kind of like, nigga, if me and Fundy wasn't doing the party, bro, like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't cracking, because, you know, like I said, Finesse was doing their thing, like, you know, niggas was doing their thing, but, like, you know, me and Fundy, like, we went crazy after that point, bro, like, you know, and you know, we just kept doing our thing, you know, and in retrospect, man, Fundy ENT, like, if we would have did what we were supposed to do, I feel like that shit would still be going on, but it would just be a new chapter, new you know what I mean? Like, if we would have been on our business, you know what I'm saying?
I seen him probably like a few weeks ago at Saturn's. He still makes
Yeah. Fundy, yeah. I seen, matter of fact, I pulled up to Nard, because like Nard ended up coming through later, and that's kind of how we met Nard, because like Nard threw a party at Woody's. And because once we kicked in the door for hip hop, then they kind of got greedy and they was just letting anybody come in and like do hip hop parties, right? So like I remember Nard did try to do his first party there. It didn't really crack off like that, but you know, niggas took a liking to Nard, and then you know, there was a point in time where, you know, me and Fundy kind of had some friction and we kind of went our separate ways. And, you know, that's when the Nard era of Fundy ENT comes. You know what I'm saying? Because I left, and then, you know, Nard came in, and shout out to my guy Nard. You know, like that's a person to this day, like, I've kind of worked with here and there, but like a lot of people ask me to get back into the game and do parties, but you know, like where I'm at now, like I kind of want to do it. It's not the game. It's not like that. But I would want to. But I do want to do a mature kick it, just because I can't help it. I just love this shit so much.
We just like seeing them faces.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
And if I had it my way, like in order for me to do it, I would want to do it with Nard.
Yeah,
I would want to do it with Nard. Like Nard. So for all those people that be like, Dez, you got to get back out here. If y'all can figure it out where it would make sense for me and Nard.
It'd be Nard.
And I'm with it.
Highlight, Fundy, and then I would definitely.
Well, it would be
young ones in there too.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's gonna be tough to get Highlight, because Highlight just in a whole nother stratosphere.
Different level, right?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying, like, where Highlight at,
up there.
Highlight ain't in the city. He moving around. You know what I'm saying? He ain't moving around. So I mean, he's not moving around in the city like that. You know what I mean? I just feel like it doesn't make sense for a Highlight. I know he'll do some one-off shit, but like a consistently weekly.
He did a
show yesterday, and then he did the festival.
Yeah, that festival.
Yeah. Shout out to Highlight. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Another person, Northeast Rec alumni. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah. So that was the birth of it. And then, you know, me and Funny, we was running around. We had a hell of a run. And like I said, you know, knowing what we know now, I just wish we was more on our business shit, because that was really I would say the downfall of me and Funny. Like, you know, the business just wasn't making sense for me.
Gotcha.
And you know, there's no personal beef. Like, y'all know, like anybody that know, like Funny, that's my brother, man. I always give him his flowers. I'm never gonna say anything bad or nothing like that about Fundy. But you know, the business wasn't making sense. But I you know, if we was able to do it again, mm-hmm. I would say because a lot of promoters wanted to work with us, and then Fundy wasn't. Yeah, and then and so it kind of created, like, because like shout out to my brothers, the Moores. You know what I mean? Jay Moore, Justin Moore, Devon, like those is my niggas, those are my brothers. But so when they started Flyboy ENT, like they originally wanted to work with us.
Are you? Wow.
Yeah.
I remember Flyboy.
They originally wanted to work with us, and I'm like, yo, I'm telling Funny, like, yo, we can make this a big ass conglomerate, like. And you know what I'm saying?
That was definitely a time when people was not trying to do shit.
Yeah, because my thing was this. My thing, how I wanted to try to do it was like, look, we come under this one big ass umbrella. You know what I'm saying? We can do big ass parties together.
And take that shit on the road.
And exactly, and then we can do because the infrastructure was set up. We had all the key components. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had the DJ. We got the host. We got the street team.
Y'all kept it.
We got the, you know what I'm saying? The promotion team. We had people under us that was at all these universities. We got niggas in the streets. We had everything that you needed. Everything that you needed to be a successful party promotion crew. We fucking had it.
That's how our bar crowd started too, because they started doing stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's that, man. I hate to be long-winded. I hope I answered the question.
No. You know what I mean? You definitely.
But that was like the beginning, and I would say of Fundy ENT. You know, I really don't want to say end. It's just like as I start getting older, my interests start getting bigger, and which led me to the podcast game, right? So I was doing podcasts. I did my first podcast in 2007. This is facts. I still have old episodes that you can listen to right now.
I deleted mine.
I can send them to you right now. Well, I still got the old. So me and Craig, shout out to my nigga Craig. So when I went to Central State, I met my nigga Craig through Central State. Craig stayed directly across the hall from me at Central State. Cleveland nigga. I was like one of the first Cleveland niggas that I met that I really got cool with. But he was not your typical Cleveland nigga. Like Craig during the baggy era, Craig was wearing fitted clothes during the baggy era. In 2007, Craig wore fitted white tees and fitted jeans. We used to call him Pharrell.
He kicked in the door.
We used to call him Pharrell. My nigga Craig was wearing fitted clothes in 2007. That was unheard of in 2007.
Because it was super baggy.
He wore fitted Levi's, fitted white tees, and Nike Dunks in 2007, bro.
He was an LA nigga.
Yeah.
And he always
LA swag.
And he always had a Yankee fitted on, bro.
Yeah.
He kept a new Yankee.
Damn.
Yeah, he was an LA nigga for sure.
So in that, because there were some wild parties.
Mm-hmm.
How did, like, with y'all having that bond and that friendship, how did when you started in podcasting, where did that idea come from?
So this is where the idea came from, right? So Combat Jack is what got me into podcasting. I was listening to Combat Jack when he first kicked it off, right? And then also too, what got me into it was Craig's uncle and our mentor Dante. They was doing a podcast. They had a podcast called like Hip Hop and Kool-Aid or some shit like that, right? So that's when, like, because at that time I wanted to be on the radio heavy, but it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't get on the radio, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was different. You know what I mean? Like City, Misty, Kanata, them niggas had it on lock back then. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't, you know.
They wasn't letting up on
that. So I'm like, fuck it. So we went over to his uncle's house one day. They recorded an episode of their podcast, and I'm like, Craig, we can fucking do this. Let's do this. So then that's what started the Craig and Des Show, aka No Bullshit Radio. So they had all the equipment and shit.
NBS Radio.
Yeah.
I used to do the little or no, I'm thinking of another show. It might have. I heard of NBS, but I got hip to like FFR.
Oh, that's later on. Yeah, I was doing Familiar Face Radio. Yeah. I was later on in the game.
I was in Florida listening to that.
So me and Craig started No Bullshit Radio back then, right? So we was just recording episodes. It was like me and my homie Craig. Then we brought our homie. So Craig. So when I left Central State, Craig left Central State, but Craig left Central State and went to Ohio State. Craig's uncle, another one of Craig's uncles, owned a house on campus. So Craig lived in the house, and then he was.
We still on here.
Okay.
Well, it was just letting.
Okay.
That's no, that was love.
So Craig owned a house on campus. I'm sorry, his uncle owned a house on campus, and so Craig lived in it, but then he also rented out rooms in there. So
Smart.
So we meeting. So I'm meeting niggas through a house, like to this day, bro. Do you know that last year, a lot of niggas that we was kicking with, they just found out, because, you know, I still be going to homecoming and shit like that. Like the black homecoming for OSU. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga AJ. That's my guy.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cheesy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I met Cheesy before he became Cheesy. I met Cheesy because my oldest brother, who's a barber, that is who used to cut his hair. When he first came to Clemens, he was getting his hair cut by my brother. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just be so tied in with niggas, because I just got so many relationships. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I used to always be on house. So when I was kicking it with Craig, I would be on Ohio State campus every day. Niggas thought I went to Ohio State. They're just now finding out last year that I never went to Ohio State. They like, Des, what the fuck?
Never ever.
They like, nigga, we thought you went here the whole time. I was at the Hell Center every fucking day, nigga.
Chilling.
I'm at step shows, nigga. I'm at probate shows, nigga. I'm at every Ohio State party, nigga. I'm super tied in with that.
But,
So that's why I tell niggas, I am an honorary Ohio State alumni, nigga. You feel me? I done been through all them dorms.
Them towers is mine.
You know what I mean? I ran amok on that campus, baby. You know what I mean? So everybody that graduated at my time, nigga, I got an honorary degree.
I got
a doctorate in mixie over there, nigga.
I don't know how many times I got chosen for the towers.
I got a doctorate in mixie, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been at the mix.
Okay. Let's fast forward then.
Yeah.
Because what I wanted to know, because I see that you are tied you and or Jay is tied to Soul Classics.
Jay Wood?
Yeah. Jay Wood.
He called you Jay Reed. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
I'm sorry.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
But Woods and you have been tied to Soul Classics from the beginning all the way up to this point with you, him, and Rio. How did that come about as well? I know that y'all been really, really close friends just by hearing, but what made you get behind it outside of the friendship?
So this is what happened, right? So Deontay, who owns Soul Classics, that's my guy, that's my brother. Like, so I initially I didn't meet Deontay yet. So when we did the podcast, it was me and Craig, and then we had two other co-hosts. We had my homie Vince, and then we had our homegirl Crystal. So we was doing that, and they all went to Ohio State. So Deontay played on the football team, right. And we did an episode. So we did this episode. I forget what the name of that episode was. I'm so mad because that's like one of the episodes that got lost somehow. So back in the day, there was a quarterback. We had a black quarterback named Antonio Hinton. He was from like Georgia, and he got caught up in a soliciting situation in Columbus, right? So we did this episode. Let's just say I was calling him Trick and Hinton. I was calling him Trick and Hinton. That's what I was Charlamagne before Charlamagne. So we had an episode, and we just kept saying Trick and Hinton, and it went crazy on the campus, right? So so word on the street was he wasn't feeling that. So word on the street was he was looking for us. You know what I'm saying? But Deontay thought that shit was funny as fuck. So he was like a fan of the podcast before he met me, right? But the crazy part is like he didn't even know Deontay went to Eastmore. He went to Eastmore with my little brother. So he knew my little brother. He knew my little brother Pooh. And then from time to time he would get his hair cut by my oldest brother Twan, but he didn't equate none of it. Like he didn't know Pooh and Twan was related. He didn't know me and Pooh. Yeah, no, but it's different though. It wasn't on Instagram. It wasn't on Instagram. So you know how like you can kind of put shit together.
And that was I think that's what it was for me too, bro. Because I would see your face out a lot. But it probably was your brother.
Yeah. Because that happens a lot. Because me and Pooh, we only 2 years apart.
Besides you being swole as fuck now.
Me and Pooh 2 years apart, and then me and my oldest brother Twan, we 10 years apart, and then me and my brother Sharif, we 5 years apart. But so he didn't even put all that shit together until when we met. So Craig started not Craig, but Deontay started a blog called Kings Row. So this is how Kings Row comes alive. He starts the Kings Row blog. He starts the Kings Row blog, and he like look, cause he was he had went to the Cardinals for the NFL, right? He got hurt, fucked up his ankle. He back home. He trying to figure it out, right? So he had this blog called Kings Row, which was a blog in the clothing line. So this is in the beginning, the very beginning, before Soul Classic, any of that shit come on. So he like, look, man, I got this blog. I like what you and Craig do. I remember we met this nigga in like a Panera Bread in Dublin or something. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, so our mutual friends connect us with Deontay. He like, Deontay want to meet y'all. We meet him up in Dublin at the Panera Bread. We talking to him, and he was just like, look, man, I ain't got no money to pay y'all, nothing like that, but I like what y'all doing, and I would like for y'all to like, basically bring, like, I would want to host y'all's podcast. So basically, like, y'all bring y'all's podcast to my blog site, and I'll be the host. And we was just like, shit, me and Craig, we wasn't doing nothing. We was just still trying to figure it out. So we like, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the Kings Row shit started, right? And so then, so when we start, we running with tape with the Kings Row shit. He doing t-shirts and stuff like that. He sold them out the trunk. We just mobbing. We just trying to make it make sense. And then what happened was, so the original owners of Soul Classics, Chris and Aaron, so it was owned by two dudes previous before Deontay bought it. So the original owners, Chris and Aaron, Soul Classics came for sale. Tay was like, you know, he didn't really have a talk with us yet, but like Tay, you know, he hustled up some money and he bought Soul Classics off of Chris and Aaron. So we like, damn, what? Like, nigga, it's lit. You know what I mean? And this is before the Short North really became the Short North. I feel like, and once again, I know people gonna feel some type of way, but I feel like we played a big part in bringing the urban down to the Short North, because niggas was not coming down there before we got down there sure. At all.
It was all about the gallery.
Yeah, like, but niggas, a lot of niggas didn't know about that, because we didn't really know about that until he bought Soul Classics. You know what I'm saying? So he buys Soul Classics. So that's the relationship. Deontay that owns Soul Classics, that was our brother, but we was running with Deontay before he even bought Soul Classics. So then when he bought Soul Classics, it was just like, it was a no-brainer. Like, we behind, like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm an old school nigga where it's just like, your shit is my shit. Like, if we in here together, like, I'm a look for it. I'm gonna look out for it just as if I owned it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the brotherhood came apart. You know, and then when we was doing the Kings Road thing, like, I forget the initial meeting with Jay Wood, but like, you know, Jay Wood came to the forefront, and we just, you know, just, you know what I mean? All right, you part of the family. We just took him in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, like, you know, just look at him like a little brother. So it was just, and me and Jay Wood had a lot of mutual friends, because like Jay Wood played basketball with my little brother at Northeast once again. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we Northsiders, you know what I'm saying? So then like Jay Wood was just like, when Jay Wood met me, like, he like, bro, I thought he was like, he used to think I was just like this larger than life figure, you know what I'm saying? And then,
it was like that the first time.
And so then,
I've seen when you in the city, bro, it really be a legend. Like you said, larger than life figure. That's how I look at Jay Wood. I've never met Jay Wood, but I've seen him, and we've had conversations like through social media, but I've never like formally met him. But like, he just seemed like a super duper dude.
Bro, that's like, so Jay is like, it's, you know, like a lot of characteristics I have, Jay has too. So it's like, so I always be like breathing, I always breathe life into Jay. Like, nigga, like when it comes to sneaker shit, like you that nigga, like just like how niggas look at me with this party shit. Like when it comes to sneaker shit, you that nigga, you gotta believe that shit. Like, you know, you feel me?
That connection, with them tying him in with the sneakers, that's fire, bro. Yeah, man. Every single time the drops and everything. So you know, so we just, you know, we formed the team, and like, you know, we here now. So, you know, there was a couple other people that was running with us in the beginning, but like the initial team now that's still intact from the beginning to end is me, Jay Wood, D-Bell, Rail, BP, JD, Green, who's an OG finesse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to nigga Green. Green taught me how to screen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I named everybody. Me, Tay, Jay Wood, Bell, Rail, BP, JD, Green, D'Angelo, who's the DB coach for OU. So yeah, that's like the family. Yeah. Was D'Angelo's last name? No, Smith. Smith is his last name. D'Angelo Smith. Yeah, he went to UC. Then he
used to play for Independence.
Yep.
Yeah. So his last name wasn't Hall. It was Smith.
No,
I
Smith.
know exactly.
Yeah, there's Eric Hall was the runabout. Yeah. Yep. So, so that's the family. You know, that's the family, like from the beginning to the end. That's us. And you know, so as that shit happened, so we got the Kings Road shit, we trying to get popping, we got the blow up, we trying to get popping, and Deontay buy Soul Classic, so we trying to all tie together. And then we kind of had a, with the brand, I feel like what hurt the brand was like niggas looked at us as a crew instead of a brand. So I feel like the city never really got behind the brand, because it's like I'm not about to be wearing these niggas' clothes, right?
It's not. It's bigger than that.
You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if we would have been from out of town, I feel like it would have been totally different for us. But it's just like, we from the city, niggas went to school with us, shit like that. And it's just like,
don't make sense.
But that's just the mentality of the city, bro. It's the mentality of the city. A nigga from that's why niggas out of town come here and they kill, because it's like niggas get on their way, but if niggas grew up with you and shit like that, like, I ain't about
to.
They
still see you in the same way.
I'm not about to be this nigga's cheerleader or whatever. Yeah.
Beat that nigga up.
Right, you know what I'm saying? saying? But then a nigga from Cleveland, they let niggas from Cleveland come down here and they just all aboard. Like, respectfully, I don't got no beef with nobody from Cleveland. I'm just saying, like, we see it. Yeah, I mean, so. Like I said, I know I'll be long-winded with a lot of these answers, man. But
you're all good.
But
this is why that's
the tie, right? So it's like boom, it's like that, and now it's like it's a real life brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like, like we, even though I don't have no kids, but they killed. You know what I mean? They kids call me Uncle Dez and just that. Like it's just like we can't fall out even if we want to.
That's a fact.
We just too tied in. It's too much.
It's
too much.
Tied
around, man.
Yeah,
it can't. But the beautiful thing about it is like it never will, because it's like it's a real brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's genuine. It ain't no niggas ain't start messing with each other because we felt like we can benefit off each other on some like, you know what I'm saying? Like we was all with each other before any of this shit got cracking, and then shit just got cracking in the midst. You feel me?
Yeah. This is how this was started too, because like I said before, it was the understanding of I want them to prosper and have a actual platform where their people, new people, will know what their thought process is when they go through music, arts, or anything. And they have their own platform after that point, know where to go, know where to look for them, and then when the music drops, this is what we can talk about.
Absolutely.
Or when a comic book comes out, this is where this sparked from and stuff like that. So with that, I want to get into what we talking about.
Okay.
Because I've heard so many versions of
the story.
The story. How was it when you came in, and what was the placement, and how was it created after that? Because I do remember them Lemon Loaf.
Right.
It was always
that was later in the
right
in the chain. Yeah.
And then the Speedway Glizzy.
Yeah.
And then y'all created a lot of moments.
Yeah, and we went through a lot of shit, man. Like we've all
the arguments, the upsets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The brother, it was
and that's a brotherhood too. That's a brotherhood, man. Shout out to Reed, shout out to Blaze, shout out to Trav, man. So what we talking about, once again, by the time we do what we talking about, this is probably like my 5th, 6th podcast at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like I said, I started, I was doing podcasts in 2007 when niggas didn't even have iPods. Like, niggas didn't understand it. They didn't understand what was going on. A lot of people was trying to do internet radio then. So, and that's when, like, during that era, like, everybody wanted to be rappers, right?
Shout out to Wooger.
Yeah. So everybody wanted to be rappers during that era, and niggas was like, so when I was first doing, No Bullshit Radio, niggas would be like, oh yeah, we trying to get on your show, but we like, it ain't that type of show. Like, we don't really play music. Like, we have a conversation, this, that, and third. But anyway, so, through all my experience through that, right? So at this time, I'm on the radio. I finally make it to 107. Shout out, and before we get into that, I kind of just want to hit on this, because it kind of talks about earlier, right, when I was saying, like, I didn't have a me. But like with this entertainment shit, with this party shit, you know what I mean, it's a lot of bullshit involved. It's a lot of fake niggas. It's a lot of like hate. It's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of resentment. It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit that happens behind the scenes, and it's a lot of niggas that's battling, scratching, crawling for crumbs, bro. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of this shit can be bigger and better if we. I'm not saying that we all have to be one crew, but like
be able to
all the backbiting and hating that niggas be doing, and we still broke for real. Like, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, within this industry, man, I've been through a lot of bullshit, and believe it or not, like, I appreciate y'all for the love that y'all give me, this, that, and the third. But everybody don't look at me in this light, bro. I still go through a lot of bullshit. I still, nigga, like, these last couple years, niggas be trying to blackball me.
That's
weird. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like secretly, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't do it out loud, because nigga, the city fuck with me too heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But it's just like I go through it, and that's why I don't participate in the game no more, because like you said, Will, earlier, the shit is super changed. It's like I just can't get with it and all that bullshit. But anyway, within that time, but within this industry, I have gained real friends, right? And so when I get on the radio session, there's a handful of people I want to shout out that was very instrumental to me getting on the radio station. DJ Mr. King, who is a brother to me. I met King during my fundamental ENT days. Shout out to DJ Mr. King. King been living in Columbus for a long time now. But let's not get it twisted. He's gonna let you know real quick. He's from Akron.
Oh, for sure.
I knew King
when he about his shit too.
I knew King when he was the Akron Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my nigga King, man. Like that's a real brotherhood that I got in this industry, in this industry. And that's a guy, anytime I do interviews, I always shout him out because I appreciate King so much, man. Like King has done so much for me in my career when he didn't have to. And he played a big part in me getting on at 107. So I gotta shout out King. Oh, I forgot another key member of the Kings Road crew. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Yavis Ellis, the street pastors. Very key. Original core member. Yav has been with us from the beginning.
He's a great dude.
When he was just the street pastor going to Ohio State. Yav has been here since the beginning. That is my brother, and Yav is helping me revamp my new career that I'm getting into now. But so Yavis, DJ Mr. King, Little D. Little D play a big part in me getting on that 107.
For real?
Yes. Little D fought for me to get into that building. Little D helped me get better in this radio shit before I got on the radio. Shout out to Little D. I'm going to always give her flowers. And
ain't she in
she's from, I don't know. I don't know where Little D is at now.
I think she's in Detroit because Micah is in Cleveland.
Yeah,
I think she's in Detroit.
But shout out to Lil D. But like, you know
major,
what I mean?
Major.
Another person that's just that played a big part into my career and helped me like, just see the world different, to see this entertainment shit different. Is my man Don P. Don P. Was the person that started Numbers Fest at OU. That's how I start hosting the festivals. That's what got me into the festival.
Oh,
before Breakaway Fest, he was doing Numbers Fest at OU.
Yeah,
and then he partnered up with PSG, and then they started doing Breakaway Fest here. So the first year that they did it when they had Travis Scott, I was supposed to.
It is. That's what it is.
I mean, it was just it was politics. Let's just say that. I don't want to have politics. Thank you, Troy. Thank you for helping me clean it up, Troy. And with politics, I kind of understand
politics as usual.
Yeah.
Politics as usual, huh?
Talk about it. So I stamped, do whatever you got to do.
I got you.
There was politics. Going on. So I couldn't do it the year we had Travis Scott.
I love it. I love it.
But my man Dom P, this is why I love Dom so much. That's like, and I don't like to use this word loosely, but that's why he's like a brother to me, man. He made sure the following year, whatever he had to do, when they did not have to draw for me, when they did not have to pick me, I just got a big name. I just have a name in the city. But I didn't have a name like, that's Breakaway Fest really isn't our demo. Let's be honest.
It was
not. So they don't really have to draw for a nigga like me. They can go get somebody that kind of fits more of that.
Anybody.
But for Dom to fight for me to make sure I did it the next 2 years.
That's hard.
Salute. Yeah. But before then, he's the one that gave me my experience with the festivals because he was doing Number Fest. Number Fest is OU. That was a big festival. Are you hip to Number Fest?
Yeah.
I'm hip to
so
it. I'm hip to it for sure.
So I did. So like the last 2 years I did Numbers Fest. So especially like the year they had the most hip hop, that was probably my funnest year when they had 21 Savage, Migos, Waka Flocka Flame, Little Yachty.
I remember.
I still got that footage on my phone.
Bro, that was a sea of. Okay, let's step into that because how was that experience? Because a sea of people.
Listen, that like. Because I'm gonna be like I tell people all the time.
I seen the clip, bro.
I tell people all the time, bro. Listen, niggas in the hood call me Hollywood Dez, but I'm still a hood. Listen. I'm not a street nigga. Let's get this clear. I'm not a street nigga. I'm not a nigga that. I'm not a trapper or nothing like that. Street. But I am from the city. I am from the urban community.
Yes.
I'm super street smart. A lot of my friends was killers and drug dealers.
Talk about it.
It's just, you know what I mean?
If you are in the city, you do have ties
you know what I mean? Like, I'm still tied in super heavily with those type of people. Like, it's just where I come from. It's just the environment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people really get to meet me, they be like, "Des, you hood for real." I'm like, nigga, I am hood. Like, you know what I mean? I just know how to, you know what I mean? I know how to maneuver.
So this is how I call it, because you know you're able to be in both demos and not have to change
absolutely
who you are.
Yeah, you know, and all my hood friends and, you know, niggas that's outside the streets is like that's why they love me, because I was able to introduce them to a new world. So they would come with me and I would take them out of here like, man, bro, you ain't gotta do that. And I'm taking them to the short north. I'm taking them to see these different, they moving around in these mixed crowds. And they're like, oh, this shit lit, Des. I ain't gotta watch my back. And I ain't gotta worry about we beefing with these niggas over here. Exactly. They in that corner. We got to stay in this corner. It might go down at 135 when the club, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like all that shit went away when they was hanging with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing them a different light, man. Like, leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get into this. You feel me? And a lot of those guys to this day, they be like, there's like, we waiting on you. We got you, nigga. We gonna put whatever behind you. But I be scared to just take it, because, like, you know what come with that too is just like, you know what I mean? The streets don't be understanding. It's just like, bro, this ain't the streets. Like, this shit ain't gonna come back fast. Like, no, you know what I mean? So, like, I just be scared to take that money, and then it's like, what if it don't pop off like y'all think? Then y'all looking at me like, you know what I mean? You feel me? But that's a long story. So anyway, so the first number fest I did as an artist. So when me and Craig was doing the Stupid Fruity Hookah, when we had that whole run,
nigga, hey, I definitely had that popping in my car, bro. I'm not.
So when we did that whole run,
was classic.
So when we did that whole run, you know, me and Craig, like, we did not expect that to do what it did. You know, really, when me and Craig made that tape, it's what the kids would call today trolling. So we really was trolling rappers. And the reason why we was trolling rappers is because, like I told y'all earlier, when we first started doing the podcast, like, everybody that was rapping, that, you know, when rapping was real heavy in the city, everybody tried to be rappers, all these niggas would approach us and be trying to, like, let me on your show, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, man, fuck it, we about to rap. So I remember me and Craig, we did an interview with somebody, and I was just bullshitting, like, yeah, man, me and Craig, we about to drop a tape, man. They like, for real? Like, the interviewer, like, for real? What's it gonna be called? I said, yeah, we about to drop a tape, Not Getting Innocent Women. And Craig looked at me, he said, I like that. That's hard, right? This is a year prior before we do the tape. Mm-hmm. So then fast forward, right? It's time to do tape time. And I know I'm talking, but I got all these stories. They gotta, you know, it get us to, you know what I mean? I know sometimes I'm a nigga that's gonna take you, good, bro. But I gotta take you from A to Z. But it's so when we troll it, so then fast forward, right? Let's just say this: we had a beat tape. How we got that beat tape, I'm not. But somehow a beat tape landed it landed in our hands, right? So we hearing these beats.
Nice.
We like, but a lot of these beats, they might be like a minute of 20, minute of 30, minute of 40, right? So Stupid Fruity Hookah started like this. Stupid Fruity Hookah started because, once again, niggas might give me flack. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all niggas talking about. I am one of the pioneers of the hookah movement in the city. Mm-hmm. Niggas did not know nothing about the hookah bar. Shout out to all my East African homies out there.
Man,
I got introduced to the hookah bar through my homie Omar. Omar is one of my good friends, one of my best friends to this day. So Omar took us to a hookah bar that's no longer here. That used to be in the Short North on High Street, Gypsies.
I remember Gypsies.
So how tied I am with the city, the people that own Gypsies, one of the people that owned it, well, he didn't own it, but his brother did. But my nigga Marty, I went to school with Marty. Went to middle school with Marty.
Dang.
I've been tapped in with the East African culture for a long time. Yeah. So I went to middle school with Marty, even though Marty a couple years younger than me, but I went to middle school with Marty and his sister, right? Mm-hmm. So we started going to Gypsy because my homie Omar and my homie Muhammad, who we call Ronnie Mo, who y'all might know as the owner that owns Hoya's Kitchen. That's one of my best friends. Shout out to Ronnie Mizzle. That's my, he don't go by Ronnie Mizzle. He go by his name Muhammad now, but back in the day he was Ronnie Mo. You know what I'm saying? So they put me onto the hookah game. So like, cause I don't smoke. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know this, that, and third. So we going so then the hookah bar became our after hours. After we did our thing in the club, we would go to the hookah bar, right? So one day, we in the car, I'm bullshitting, I'm being Des Arnaz, we doing the fake freestyle and shit, and everybody know that I'm a super 1017 Gucci Man fan, so I was just like, one day we in the car, I'm just like, stupid fruity hookah got me jumping in your lane, cause OJ the Bishop was my nigga, so everybody used to just be rolling, so we would just be in the hookah bar, niggas would be drunk, we smoking hookah, and niggas would just yell it out in the hookah bar, like, so then, fast forward, we got the beat tape, right? Mm-hmm. So Stupid Fruity Hookah, Craig did not want to do that song. Mm-hmm. Backstory to that song, Stupid Fruity Hookah, Craig was really fucking up that verse. Craig is really fucking up that verse on purpose, right? Mm-hmm. But it sounded so good, I said, keep it.
Yeah.
And you want to know who recorded that and who looped it, who helped us make the song to what it is?
Who?
Sinatra.
Bro, come.
I'm saying, like, listen, the degrees of separation in the city is like 2 or 3
really
with me.
Small.
Man, bro. Sinatra plays a big part in the Nike Hennessy Women tape getting mad. We recorded most of that shit with Sinatra. You feel me? And then when Super Fruity Hookah took off, then that's when people started sending the beats. So we got beats from my nigga AU. We ended up getting beats from Rashad. We got beats from the Billionaire Boy Scout. Are you hip to him? So
how did you? No, time out. Right. Pause. How, bro? Like,
so look, I'm the one. Look, I don't want to be that guy, but it's just like
sometimes you have to be.
I met Billionaire Boy Scout through Facebook, right?
Okay.
And how I met Billionaire Boy Scout through Facebook was when we did the Craig and Dare show. Billionaire Boy Scout used to listen to the Craig and Dare show all the time. You know what I mean? Right? Because I believe he's from Illinois. I believe originally. You know what I'm saying? So he was a big fan of No Bullshit Radio. And then as time went on, I introduced him to Sinatra. You know what I mean? I helped bridge the gap between him and Sinatra, and then him and Sinatra went on to do what they, you know what I mean? And then, that's when he made the infamous, Chop It Down song for French Montana. You know what I'm saying? So that's how. So I knew Boy Scout way before then. I knew Boy Scout years ago. You know what I'm saying? He was already doing music. You feel me?
Right.
He was, he was a super Pharrell fan back then. So he was
was in his Pharrell.
Yeah, that's kind of where he got that. That's where the Billionaire Boy Scout comes from. Like, boom, full circle. So when I started doing the Stupid Fruity Hookah shit, so when he heard Stupid Fruity Hookah, he was like, bro, I gotta get on this tape. So he sent us some beats, and that's how we get the song Holla Ho. That's how Holla Ho is Billionaire Boy Scout beat. The tag is on it. It's the Boy Scout. So that's how we got that beat. He sent us the beat, and then he probably won't want to say this, but the person that helped us with the hook with Holla Ho is Yavis.
It was before the spirit, before the
Yavis gave us the hook to Billionaire Boy Scout, to Holla Ho, right? So Stupid Fruity Hookah, that beat is, so the backstory to that, because I feel like it's very instrumental. The backstory to Stupid Fruity Hookah, the beat came from, it was a Fly Union beat. So that's what beats that we had. Fly Union, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was like who was their manager at that time, Chia. Somehow they left a CD in Deontay's car, and it had all these beats on it, and that was one of the beats that was on it, right? So we take the beat, right? I'm fucking around on it. Craig doesn't want to do the song, so Craig's verse is really one take. It's him fucking around because he didn't want to do it. I tell Sinatra keep it, but he takes the whole beat up. So from the hook to Craig's verse is really the whole beat. So Sinatra has to loop the beat, and that's how my verse gets on that song. Right. So then when we do the song, we kind of send it out to a couple of people. Boom. And this is when Twitter was the shit, right?
Yeah.
So then we like, all right, we going. So people been hearing this song. They like this shit. Like people fucking with it, right? So then we like, all right, look, we gonna drop it. This is when LeBron was in Cleveland the first time. So we like the halftime. I think they playing the Wizards. It's playoffs. We like went at halftime. We're gonna drop the song, and we're gonna put hashtags Stupid Free Hookah, right? And so then we drop the song. It goes crazy, and then all the DJs, like DJs in Cleveland, shout out to my nigga DJ Corey Green and the Varsity Squad. All them niggas like shout to be honest, DJ D Boogie was the first DJ in the city to play it. You feel me? Wow. So that's how it grew, right?
That's crazy.
So then we end up linking up with. So then like it became a whole thing. We end up linking with Fly U. So then that's how we end up getting the which is my favorite song on the tape. That's how we end up doing the Spandex song. You know what I mean? All these bitches at the club wearing
spandex. Bro, okay. Damn, bro. Okay. So y'all came off of just casually trolling.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So was the whole mixtape a troll?
It was a whole troll. We didn't think it would be none of that. Like, you know, like, bro, we made that whole album. It probably took us 2 weeks to make that whole album. Most of them songs we freestyling. All we doing is we going into the studio. We drinking Hennessy. We drunk as fuck. We drinking Hennessy. We not the only song that I wrote to was the Rashad beat, the Wham, which our whole thing was this. How I looked at it, because if you look on the tape, there's only one feature on the tape, and that's Fabergé.
Okay.
So at that time, we trying to get, because Jordy was low key trying to like manage Fabergé. So like at that time, we looked at it like this: we was trolling, but we had homies that really rap. So P Black, Fabergé, shout out to my nigga Lee. You know they had the Milk and Syrup thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it as a tool like this: while we got these eyes on us, let's put the eyes on the nigga that's really rapping, right? And we can all, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cause really, like what me and Craig wanted to do was, our thing was this. Because we start trolling, and then we got, our homie Freaky Franz, who plays guitar for Turnstile. You hit the Turnstile? So they're a band. Turnstile, they won a Grammy. Well, I don't know if they won. I know they was nominated for a Grammy last year, but you know what I'm saying. But they just did a Tiny Desk. Okay. So Franz is from Columbus. If you look at their group, he's the only black player in the group, and he plays I think he plays the bass.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Franz is from here.
We got a lot of.
Franz is from here, and Franz is one of the like before we was in the Short North. Franz is one of the original Short North kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was out there before we came out there because he's super tied in with Milk Bar. Shout out to Kareem. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cream and what was the other nigga that owned Milk Bar?
How many people own that?
It was only two people. That owned Milk Bar. Okay. But anyway, long story less long. That's how we got that. So our thing. So me and Craig, what we was trying to like do some unity shit with this shit, because it's like, I'm like, look, we all in the Short North. We all trying to like do this music thing. Like, we all can be our individual entities, but like, if we come together, this shit can be bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing our thing, we doing the silly rap shit. Franz ain't really like serious either, so we can link up with Franz. You know what I'm saying? Fly U, you know, y'all doing y'all shit. P Black, Lee, Fab, y'all really rapping. Like, is this gonna be one big thing? And this is like during the height of blog era. You know what I'm saying? So we like, nigga, we can really. And then we had all these ties to the different boutiques. We tied in with, we got Soul Classics here, we got Corporate in Cincinnati, we got Oneness in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? We tied in with all these different blogs. We can go on a blog tour. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how I'm looking at it. Like, let's do like, like let's make this shit look larger than life. Let's vlog this shit, and then we can grow this shit. Next thing you know, we all at South by Southwest. You know what I'm saying? This one's South. You know what I mean? I always been on that type of shit. Like we thinking small. Like let's put the bullshit to the side. Let's just put the petty beef to the side, and let's really get to the business, so we can really get some. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. And I know I feel like I took niggas full around the world. But anyway, so this how I say all that to say this is what gets me to the radio. So what gets me to the radio is they helped me get on the radio. So I'm finally on the radio station after years of fighting, battling, scratching, crawling, right? I get on the radio station, and so then when I first get there, I was on here for like 3-4 years, even though it feels like longer, even though to this day people still think I'm on the radio.
Right
and I'm not
before,
like, you know,
before
COVID. Yes. So the first year I'm there, we got Bink. And that year, I feel like it was finally coming together with like the whole radio station was coming together. Because like when I got there, when I got in that shit, I got to see how that shit was working. I'm like, oh, this shit is.
This was when they was in the short north.
Yeah. So I'm like, this shit is. It's a little more messier than I thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's because everybody, you know, scratching and crawling for the tight spot. You know, people want to get radio time. Niggas feel some type of way about me because I come right through the door. I ain't go to school for this shit. I ain't go to media school. I ain't do none of that. And I'm on air, this, that, and the third. And there's people that's been working there forever. And they like, how this nigga getting on air? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it was just, you know, whatever. So we finally started to come together. Then they moved Bink, and then they bring in another program director. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave him nameless.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave him nameless. But he comes in there.
Put the arrow back here.
Yeah. So he comes in there and it just like it creates a whole nother dynamic, man, and it kind of fucked it up. And that's when I was just like, yeah, I gotta figure something out. This ain't about to work. You know what I mean? So at this time, Yob was just the head of promotions, and Yob was just like, so I go talk to Yob. I'm like, man, these niggas ain't really letting me cook this, that, and third. And he was like, well, you know what you got to do, right? He's like, you got to get back to being Dez.
That's a fact.
I'm like, right, perfect. So, you know, Trav had it, you know, Trav was already doing the B-side, and that shit, and that shit kind of got, you know, that shit was starting to fall to the wayside. So I'm just like, look, I tell Trav was ready to give it up. I'm like, nah, look, we about to just revamp it. Me and you, we get Reese and Blaze, we're gonna do what we talk. Like, I had the whole thing laid out. He's like, all right, cool, bet. So originally, you know, we started doing episodes because, you know, Blaze, he got all the equipment. We can record anywhere, right?
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
Blaze. How the radio station play came like, you know, I was still within my first year of the radio station. So I'm like, look. And then, you know, I did Sunday nights. You know, I did weekends. I did Friday nights until the other program director came in and he stopped the Friday night shit. And then he took me off Saturdays too. So then I was just only Sunday. I was only Sunday nights. Sunday Funday with Dez Arnaz, which I didn't know until on my way out, but we was doing numbers. Like my show was actually doing really good. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just
you
like,
caught everybody moving around.
Yeah, and but also too was just like, you got to think. By the time I get on air, there's nobody from Columbus on air. Everybody else is from different places. Little D's not from here. Mike is not from here. King's not from here. They moved City to the old school station.
Old school, yeah.
So I'm the only nigga from Columbus, and everything else is syndicated. So I'm the only nigga from Columbus that's actually on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like the city was waiting for this moment. So it was just like this finally got on the radio. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't know this shit. You know what I mean? Until later on. But anyway. So I'm just like, man, fuck it. So I tell them, I'm like, look, we about to start recording at the radio station. So Blaze did not want to do it. Like, nah, man, we don't want you to lose your job. I'm like, trust me, I'm the only one in here anyway. Like, and then we wanted to start getting guests. So I'm like, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy for us to entice guests to come because we record at the radio station. So we tell people like, we record at the radio station. Oh, radio station. Oh, we like, you feel me? People there. We come to the radio station. We buying bottles, nigga. We get, you know what I mean? We getting like, you feel me? So it's like, you feel me? And some of our best moments came within that little run. So we did about 4 episodes there. And then the radio station caught wind of the podcast. So then they used to get mad, like, well, the guy that you are on the podcast, we need you to be that guy on air. But I'm like, y'all don't let me be that guy on air.
It's 2 PC.
It's 2 PC. How can I do something in a 15-minute break? I mean, no, not 15 minutes, 15 seconds. 15-second break, 30-second break.
Because you still got to do.
They want you in and out, yeah. But they don't really want you talking. They want you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I'm saying? So once I got in, I started seeing how the business worked. I'm like, this ain't
it.
Like, so that's why
it wasn't like how it used to be.
So we started doing that. Then by the time they found out we was recording there, they're like, you can't record here no more. But we was already lit by this time. You know what I'm saying? But even though we didn't have to do it, but I did it on purpose just to kind of show these niggas like, look,
it can really be done.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's how what we talking about came, and then the rest was history. You know what I mean? And then we started doing shit at the Lemon Loaf, which was Reese was working there. That was Reese's job. That's all another thing, and that's how we got to where we at. So I hope hopefully if y'all still tuned in, I know y'all.
Listen. I've seen.
Yeah, but I know, but you do a good job of chopping it up, so I know you'll be.
So it's in that, bro. Like it's I do really good chopping it up, but when it actually goes out on YouTube, I've watched my algorithm.
Okay.
People do like I got at least 30 people that actually watch all the way through. So I'm happy about.
Which so it's just like I know I'm long-winded, y'all. I know it's just good, like bro. I just have a lot of stories, and there's just so much shit I haven't scratched the surface, but I'll be having to bring back a lot of these backstories because it comes full circle. Because as you see, Will was like, "Oh shit, I forgot you did this. I forgot you did that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you've had moments throughout that time where we across because during that time when you were hosting, and in the club, I was freelancing. I was freelancing. I remember that. Then that transition, I went to the photo booth. And then after that,
before you doing all that, you used to fuck around with the singing a little bit too. No,
I need you to chill. Between you and Trav, bro, chill.
Because that's what I'm saying. See, first of all, I fucked you up. You didn't think I knew you from back when you was with Winnie. You didn't. I seen how your eyes gonna be like, damn. I don't forget a face, and I've been outside for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking, and I didn't know Troy's name initially, but I knew he used to run around with Finesse because a lot of them niggas, Stefan and all them, I went to school. That's what I'm saying. Stefan went to school with Stefan. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these niggas I know, because I've been outside for a very long time.
It's just wild because, like you said, it was the larger than life, and then you made it like,
but also too, it's just like how I looked at this shit was like when I got into this party shit. Like I said, it wasn't no young niggas doing it, and I had a lot of homies in the streets and stuff like that. I've lost a lot of friends behind jail, got murdered, stuff like that. When the city is still going crazy, but like even back then when the city was crazy and there was like the big neighborhood beefs and shit like that. Like I just never got involved into that because I knew I always wanted to do stuff like this. So I always wanted to be a person like I want to be able to move around the city freely and not feel like I gotta worry about like I can't go out south because I'm a north side niggas, and you know what I mean? Because I got a lot of friends from the terrace, so I hung with a lot of niggas from the terrace in my early days just because I grew up with a lot of them niggas, you know what I mean? I dated a girl out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, you know what I mean? So it's just that thing.
I like to be able to move freely.
So when I got into the party stuff, and then and then at the height of me hosting, I worked at Foot Locker too. So like that's another thing that got me like really cracking in the city because it's like, nigga, when I'm promoting, nigga, you come, I worked at the Foot Locker at Northern Lights. I worked at the one in Eastern Mall for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So when you come to get your shoes, I'm giving you the flyer to the party too, you know what I'm saying? Or
it'll be in the box with the shoes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so niggas would just see me, just that and the third, and they just like, so it's just like, then, my name growing and this, that, and the third, and then also too, I would help a lot of niggas get in, like, yo, do you know what I mean? Just come with me, like, meet me at the club this time I get you in. So then, niggas feeling good. You skipping the whole line, you watching the line all the way down the block. Everybody just, they opening up the road. So niggas is just like, oh shit, we would dance, like type shit. Then it got to a point where I have my own little entourage, like, nigga, like we would dance. So I'm coming in. It's already a whole bunch of niggas from Funny and T. Then I got the niggas that's with Dez, so now I got 10, 15, 20 niggas with me, like, and it's all about the aesthetics. It's all about it's like it helps make the larger life character because it's just like, damn, that nigga, who's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm coming into that party and I'm tearing that bitch down. So it's like,
and then they don't even expect it. On top of that,
like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But then also too, I was just always a cool nigga. Like I never shitted on niggas. I never made people like, you feel me? Even to this day, I meet people, I just be like, I just tell people my name is Dez. Because I feel like it's corny to be like, I'm Dez Arnaz, or try to come at people like, oh, you don't know who I am? Like, I don't. Because there's a lot of people that don't. Like,
listen, for sure. First off, we do have the stigma, or there's this really, really big thing of the entitlement right now. And that's what's, I feel like that's what's really killing the nightlife and industry,
super killing
like that, as well as actually people wanting to move with clout and they thinking just because they know somebody, they're entitled to whatever that person has. Bro, I was in security. You know, I did security for 6 years, bro. 6-7 years. And that's all I did. And I watched people. I was a watcher. I made sure shit didn't go left. But in the same breath, I seen the people that felt super entitled. And that's what kills.
So now I seen Ben's clip and like Ben's, because me and Ben talk about this a lot, and he's just like, you know, he don't like how like this shit just turned into a money grab.
Yes,
that's exactly what it is now. But there's no, let's be real, there ain't really no money in this shit no more.
Nah. It's not, because it's cut and dry now. It's copy and paste. There's no originality.
Right. And also too, is just like the way, like the infrastructure, like back in the day there was an infrastructure, like Ben was saying, from the clips that I seen, I felt being 100%. You had the person that worked the door. You got the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody played their role to make the experience big. Now everybody, and I say this a lot, and I hope this don't come out the wrong, but I feel like it's just the best way for me to describe it.
Say it.
And when I say it, niggas be like, you right. Now with this shit, everybody think they somebody, right?
Because it's social media.
And what I mean by that is like nobody wants to follow protocol. So everybody feels like, oh,
they're
you gotta.
entitled to it.
I'm not waiting in line. I'm not paying. I want a section, but I'm not paying
for it.
I want a bottle, but I'm not paying. Like,
bro,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, where the money coming from?
It's not.
And so this is why I be telling my homies, another person I got to give super flowers to in the industry who gets a bad name, but this nigga, especially over these last 5-6 years, Jerry Perry.
Yes.
Jerry Perry, that's my dog, bro. And bro. Jerry gets mad at me every single day. He be like, Dez, I hate that you don't know who you are, bro. I hate you don't know who you are. He like, nigga, you that nigga, bro. What are you doing? You need to get back out here. I be like, Jerry be like, no, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Jerry goes off on me every day. When he sees this, he's gonna cuss me out. Jerry goes off at me. He'll be like, but I'll be like, Jerry, the game ain't the same. About the game ain't the same no more, Jerry.
It's not, but with Jerry,
that's my dog. He be like, Dez, you got to get back out here, bro.
I don't. That's because Jerry's been in it, and I've sat down because you remember when
Jerry say like I'm one of the reasons why he do what he do.
Yes, he specifically said that. Like I've sat down with him and chopped it up when I was doing security for his event when he was over at Bentley's and stuff like that. And I was just like, when did you start? He was like, I've been doing this since I was like 16.
Facts.
With his mom.
Facts.
And then he was like, the reason why is because I seen how Dez was moving. And bro, I don't think you really honestly sit back, and that's one reason why I brought you on here, bro, is to actually properly give your fucking flowers.
Trav get mad at me all the time too.
Yes, bro, because I see it. Like I see when you was at Pre-Vet, I don't think you understood. You didn't see it, but I sat back, and while I was doing security, I watched how you moved. You, people person. You stepped up to people. You had people laughing, clowning. And it was all the way around. Niggas don't do that now. They sit in one spot.
Yeah, it's just the natural thing.
Motherfuckers are just
it's
to
just
come
the natural
in.
Thing. I ain't been a Pre-Vet in a minute. It just be like, but it's just who I am. It's just the culture I come from. It's just like, and
you show gratitude to the people that came out.
Because it's like, because without them, there's no me.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
even now, like so, it's like I appreciate those people that just like that was with me from the beginning to even now. It's just like you know what I mean? It's like. It's an infrastructure, and you can't. Nobody's bigger than the program, because once you feel like you're bigger than the program, it's
That's
going.
where you fuck up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And even like you, I know you, bro. You know, there's been times, you know, you work security, and you be so mad at me, like, Dez, why don't you call me? Like, I would have got you in. But it's just like, but I'm just one of them people where it's just like,
it don't. I
know how this shit
there was
go,
never.
though. You feel
I understand that, but
That's exactly
if I have a certain thing that I can do to make it easier for my people that I fuck,
I don't respect
they
that, bro.
think that people don't talk.
Yeah.
And it's only.
I don't be respecting that, bro. Like, straight up. Like, I don't like how they be trying to pull rank and be trying to flex, and then it's just like, oh, so like you gonna flex on me because I don't play for Ohio State, or you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
So
you know what I mean? Like, you feel me? So it's just like
I'm gonna have to,
shout out to Steph. Steph was the reason why I even got to do shit in Monarch, because her birthday one year, she told them I want Des Arnaz to host my birthday party.
That's lit.
That's my dog. See? That's why I love, like, Steph. That's my dog.
Again.
And y'all know Steph carry big clout this city.
She really do. But
you really so.
In that, bro, the whole that was, I wanted to give you your flowers, let you know that I greatly appreciate you as a homie.
I mean, you always
family now, bro. Like, for real, you between you, Trav, Blaze, and Reese, bro, y'all actually, with Trav just like, that nigga said he was gonna be on my ass, bro, and was on my ass.
Because you gotta think, Will, like, you know, just within that collective, those names that you named, we all been outside for a long time. Yeah. You know, all of them are a little bit older than me, right? And like, even with Reese and Blaze, like, bro, I really hate that people didn't get to catch their wave.
Oh my God, bro!
You know what I'm saying? Like, they was not only was they dope musically, but like, what people don't know is like they was signed to LeBron James' label, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. That's dope.
They was signed to LeBron James' label, bro.
It was just too early.
If you go back and watch the I Done Came Down video, they in there.
Right there.
That's my shit too.
Bro.
Rich Paul is very close to Blaze. DJ Steph Floss, very close to Blaze.
That's dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, the ties is crazy, man. So, you know,
that's why I wanted to get y'all in here.
I'm glad you got me doing it, because like I said, man, like, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna share some like real transparent stuff, man. Like, you know, because I seen the clip with Will, and I felt Will with that, man. Like, bro, I'm a human being, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these last couple of years, I didn't been up, I didn't been down, like, mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I've been on some like suicidal shit, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, there was just a time where it was just like, you know, look, I don't regret anything, right?
Right.
And the things that I've done for people, like, I did that because I wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that hurt me, and I'm glad we're talking about this, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's important for me to get this out, because it's like, I know with me, like, when I harbor things, when I harbor feelings, when I hold stuff in, like, it be fucking me up, you know what I'm saying? Like, mentally and physically, for real, you know what I'm saying? And emotionally, and spiritually, that shit be fucking me up, man. And it's just like, and I seen over the last couple of years, like, I seen me turning into a person that I don't want to be, and that's because, like, I was carrying like resentment and shit towards a lot of people, just because I felt like people was fronting on me that like I helped when they was down. You know what I'm saying? And then when, like, not saying that, once again, I never did anything looking for something in return, right? So I never did like, oh, if I do this, then they're gonna, like, you feel me? But I just come from an era, and I just come from where it's just kind of like, back in the day, it was just like reciprocated type of shit. Like, oh, this nigga looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you used to hanging with street niggas, and this is, you know, even
they
though
took care of you. It was a rule.
But even though it's cutthroat in the streets, let's not get it twisted. But there's also, you know, certain shit like, this nigga put me on. You feel me? So it's just like, there's been times when I didn't help niggas when niggas wasn't fucking with them at all, and I did shit like, just, hey, don't even worry about it.
I got you.
But then when it's time, when I'm thinking like, okay, never cash in on the favor, I'm thinking it's time to cash in on the favor, and niggas is hitting me with, look, I'm doing shit off the love, and then niggas is doing business shit with me.
That's
you feel what I'm saying, Troy? And it's just like, bro, what?
It don't make sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Everything you saying right now, bro, by verbatim, bro. That was my whole experience from the military up into literally almost this point. Like you said, bro, within the last 2 years, bro, I've had to understand, like, it's not just me, bro. Like,
no,
it's not just me. Niggas they might say they got my best interest, but they really
don't.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, and like, for real, man, like, thank God. That's another thing that like really got me going to the gym. Well, for one, really one of the biggest things that got me to the gym, I ran into a health scare. You know what I'm saying? So during
you
COVID,
mind me asking, because I knew it was a health scare, but you didn't go into
detail. During COVID, like I got the biggest I ever been in my life. You know what I'm saying? I got up to 255 pounds.
Damn.
So I ended up having high blood pressure, and then I became pre-diabetic. Right? So then, boom. I'm fucking around. I'm not really taking the shit serious. I'm kind of just like, whatever. I'll be good, right? And then, I drive trucks, so I had my medical card expired. So you gotta have a medical card. So they check your blood pressure. They make sure your vision and shit is all together, whatever, right? And it's crazy because like I wasn't knowing what was going on. So like my vision starting to fuck up, like shit that I can normally see, I can't really see it like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit for it. Like I'm thinking I just got a headache. It's really my blood pressure fucking me up. So I'm just like grabbing my face, grabbing my eyes, like I'm thinking I just got a bad headache. I'll be straight. I'll slip it off, right? So I'll go to the doctor, and nigga, I forget the exact number, but my blood pressure was so high. The doctor shut the door. She said, "It's a blessing that you even walk through these doors right now." Wow. She said, "Your blood pressure is so high, I should be sending you to the ER because you are on the verge of having a stroke. If you don't get your shit together, we're not gonna, it won't be this. I'm gonna be seeing you in a different way."
Damn.
She gave me the blood pressure medicine. She said she said, technically, you shouldn't even be medically cleared right now. Damn. But I don't want you to lose your livelihood. So I'm only gonna give you a year, because usually they renew your medical card for 2 years when your CDL drive. I'm gonna give you a year, but you need to get it together now, or you're not gonna be able to drive that truck. Damn. So I'm like, damn. So that was like in 2023. That's when I started going super crazy. Remember, I lost all that weight, but also too, it was stress. I'm going through real life shit going on, relationship shit going on, just in my personal life, you know what I'm saying? I'm carrying all this resentment, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that I love, I feel like, you know what I mean? They doing me dirty, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, nigga, so I'll go from 255, nigga, I go all the way to 215. That's when I became skinny there. Yeah. But really, that shit it was working out, it was stress, it was all that. It was a combination of all that, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I lost all that weight, right? Boom. Right? And then, like I said, I was just carrying this, like, I was just seeing me change, and I'm getting cold, I'm getting short on niggas, I'm getting aggressive, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of I'm on edge, like, nigga, hey, bro, man, niggas better stop playing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you know what I mean? But it's just like, but it wasn't, I just, like, then one day I was just in my room, I'm like, bro, you can't walk around with that energy, because when you walk around with that energy, you got to be careful what you wish for, because you're going to get it.
Get it back.
You're going to get that.
And you ain't going to like it.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, I had to get myself together. I had to just charge some shit to the game, right? I'm like, don't let fuck niggas change you, right? Right? Don't let them make you become who we love, right? So it's just like, so, because for a minute I wasn't so, I mean, if we was already locked in, we was already locked in, but like I wasn't so forthcoming. Like,
hell
people
no,
was hitting me up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
for sure.
Nah, because I just felt like, man, so many niggas betrayed me, so many, like, I'm just like, bro, I'm just tired of helping everybody, but ain't nobody helping me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm looking for a handout, right? But it's just like,
but it's good to know somebody there.
But then I had to have that rude awakening. It's like, look, nigga, ain't nobody coming to save you, dead.
That's a fact.
So either you gonna do it for you, or you gonna always be walking around with this entitlement. I didn't even know I had it until I had to really have a real conversation with myself. Like, you walking around with entitlement, nigga.
Ain't nobody else worried about it. It's just you.
You walking around with entitlement. So whatever you want in life, you gotta go get it. The favor that you're looking for, it probably never gonna come. But that's okay. You keep running your course. You know what I'm saying? But then also too, I found myself, and I didn't even know it till and that's why I had to sit down. That's why I've been sitting down these last couple of years, because it's just like. Then also too, I seen myself getting caught up in which I didn't think I was until I really thought about it. I'm getting caught up in social media. I'm getting caught up in everybody else's race, right? So I'm like, I'm watching niggas do certain shit. So I'm like, okay, I gotta. Well, this is what they want. I'm gonna do that. And then when it didn't go my way, I'm like, nigga, you doing shit that ain't you. Like, you need to tap back into your crowd. You need to tap into your demographic, right? So you feel me? I got the professional page I'm not even using. I looked it up one day. I'm like, look, these is all the analytics. It's telling you who your demo is. It's telling you who's tapped into you. That's where you need to go.
That's the
majority of my shit is women. The women, like, but it's the truth though. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, even when it comes to the podcast, most of the people that fuck with our podcast is women. When we did the live shows, you done been there. What is it?
Women. That was probably the main. Babe.
You know what I'm saying?
Babe, disclosure, this was way before you. This is before you. But one live show that I went to, I went to one and was just like, it's amazing. And it's outside of just the women, it's good conversation too, bro.
And it's just a good vibe all around the board. You probably didn't even notice this. Think about it. Every time we did a live show, we've never had security.
That's a fact.
Not one security guard.
And I got to meet Sarah for real.
Not one security guard, nigga. Yeah.
Sarah's the security guard, nigga.
Like, we got everybody in there. Yeah, we got everybody in there, nigga. We got, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And we done did live shows from everywhere, from like damn near every club, bar, like, you know what I'm saying? No incidents, no fights, no nothing.
The verses, bro.
Yeah, we doing the verses shit. Like, you know, so it's like, yeah, so I just had to say, I say all that to say is it's like, I had to really just like, look, bro, you carrying this chip around on your shoulder, but the only person you really hurting is you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just tap in with me. Then that's what created the second go around with the gym shit. This is why I go so hard with the gym shit, like to clear my mental, to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? I just went to the doctor like 2 weeks ago, and the doctor was like, this is the best your blood pressure has ever been since you've been coming here these last couple of years.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real good, bro.
And just like now, you know what I mean? Like now, like my weight shit cool. I do kind of want to, I don't want to get back to skinny dip. I can't go back down to 215, but I wouldn't mind losing like 10. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get my diet together. Like I still be eating bullshit. Yeah, that's the hardest part. But yeah, man. So it's just like, so I say all that to say, like, you know, I can't. You know, my dad told me all the time, like, you got the gift for gab, Dez. Like, I was just talking to Jay Wood before we did this, and he was just like, Dez, bro, you got what you got, people pay for. Like, he's like, I've seen so many people like try to emulate you, it don't work.
It can't.
It's only one Dez, bro. Like, you gotta, you know what I mean? So we here, man. So it's, you know, so I'm just, you know, I'm doing a pivot. You know,
that's the next thing.
Yeah, what I'm doing a pivot.
What's coming up for Dez?
So now I'm about to get. Before we started the cameras, we was talking about, I'm about to start doing more content.
Okay.
Like visual content. So I'm about to like really go hard with the content. You know, I got a. You know, I finally got a real team now, man. So you know, shout out to Yav. Yav is helping me. I got shout out to my, like I said, shout out to my dog Jordy. You know, Jordy's in New York. Yeah. He been out there for the last 10 years, but you know, and shout out to Jordy, man. He finally is getting his shot. He's you know, he in them labels now, so you know, he's working in them labels, and hopefully he get this next position that he's trying to do. Why he's still running the Animal House label.
Yeah.
So you know, I got a team, and then shout out to Jay Wood. Jay Wood, he just hit me up today because I've been trying to get him, and that's another thing too I had to do. I'm like, you breathe so much life into other people, you got to breathe that same life into you. Because it's just like, I'll be
it's easy to do it,
but it's just like,
from somebody.
I can see it, exactly. Like you say, like, I'll be seeing you, Will, and I can just tell you, like, bro, you need to do this, do that, this, that, and the third. And they be like, but why don't you do that for yourself? Why can't you see it for yourself? And I'll just be like, and Jerry told me all the time, he's like, bro, you don't see yourself how we see you, bro. And that's your biggest problem. Yeah, it's about
this shit is serious, man. It's serious.
So it's just like, so Jay called me, and he finally did like some content today, and he like, Dez, I see it now. So like, Jay doing his content shit, I'm doing my content shit. We about to bring this shit together.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely want to.
And you know,
Yeah,
so we
for
got
sure.
that. And then another thing that I want to do, and I saved this for the podcast, and I haven't. This is my first time ever speaking on this. Or
You talking about yesterday's pod or this pod?
No, this.
Okay.
This.
Okay.
So I'm pivoting to that, right? And then and this kind of goes back to like the festival run, right? So when I got exposed to the festival shit, it opened my eyes to like a whole nother demo, which is that's what kind of also like made me like start falling back from the clubs, because I'm like bro, it's a whole nother world out here. Like you chasing like that, like there's a ceiling in that, and I've reached the ceiling in Columbus, Ohio, a long time ago.
Yeah.
But me being like, I'm a person that's like a creature of habit, so I always found myself like going back into it when I really didn't want to. You know what I'm saying?
And it's comfortable.
But it's comfortable because it's just like it's easy.
Yeah,
I can do
it's
this shit with my
easy
eyes
for you.
closed. Like I can just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for me to just
Wake up.
do it. But also too,
Yeah.
niggas don't do it no more. Like nigga, who hosts? Who hosts now?
Nobody.
It's
Besides
DJs,
Lonnie.
It's the DJ.
Besides Lonnie.
Outside of
Yeah.
Juice and Lonnie. That's it.
You know what I mean?
Too many.
But even
They
with
say
that,
it.
it's different to me. Like, and yeah, shout out to Excel, and I love them. I got nothing but love for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just talking to Lonnie the other day. Like, that's my nigga. I love Lonnie. You know
one
what
more
I'm saying?
person.
I seen a new kid like in Bloom Bar. I don't know his name. I forget. It's like 614 something on IG. I seen him doing this thing. Young nigga though, super young.
Yeah.
I ain't hip either. But I don't go to Bloom Bar. Like, respectfully.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
really go out.
Yeah, I seen him on IG. I just seen him on IG. I was just like, oh shit, like all right, niggas hosting again, okay. But anyway, so what I want to do is like when I got into that festival world, what I wanted to do, and I still want to do it, is I want to do like hip hop EDM music, like as an artist. Little more hip hop than EDM, but I want, because it's just like that world, bro. It's
different.
But Will, it's a world that's untapped.
I'm about to say,
That's a fact.
Different.
Like even though they merge it here and there, like you know, Waka had his little run with it. Like that was my first time where I was just like, I get it. I want to get into that.
Because it started happening and it phased out. It started happening around like 2019, and then it phased out, and people went back into their demos.
Yeah,
bro. Everybody did what was comfortable.
Yeah.
It was like, because we would have the crossover, and they would do it with a specific DJ, and then after that they just went right back into their demos. And
I want to do because it's just like I want to. The reason why I want to do that is because, like, bro, that festival energy, that festival crowd is different. Like it, bro. And I've never, to this day, like, I've never been able to get that experience. Like, energy. I want that experience, like that shit. I want to do that, and I want to travel with it, bro. I want to hit these festivals. I want to go across the country, and I want to do these shows. I want to, like, nigga, sell merch. I want to do that, bro, because I feel like it's a wild open. Like, yeah.
You can. You would be the perfect person for it, bro. I want to
do that, bro.
Don't say you want to. You gonna do this,
so any of my producer niggas, whatever, like
do
bro,
that, bro.
Like, I want to do that, man. So I want to do that, and then there's another thing I want to do. What I want to do is, and if you make a clip of this, please do tag this person. One person that I think is extremely dope in the city that I haven't got to work with, but I admire from afar, is Trig.
Yes.
That's my nigga.
Yes.
I admire Trig, bro. I think Trig is such a dope creative. I love what Trig do. And what I want to do, because not only am I getting into my content bag, but I want to, you know, I love comedy. So I think Trig is the perfect person. What I want to do is I want to have a marriage with how he did sing and hang out. I want to like merge like sing and hang out and like comedy together.
That's fully possible.
I get exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's still but it's like, so it's not like I don't want it to be like wilding out
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I also don't want it to be like a stand-up comedy show either. But I wanted to like merge the two.
Music and comedy merge, bro. And that's
fun
shit. Yeah.
So I feel like the only person that can really help me bring that to life is Trig. So Trig, if you listening, or if this clip comes out,
oh yeah, it's that,
bro. Like, please tap in with me, brother. I think what we could bring, my crowd, your crowd, bring those together. I feel like that shit would be a phenomenon, bro. And I feel like it's the perfect marriage. And I feel like
it's the perfect time for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because like
music is right. Music with so many.
Everybody's burnt out with the club.
That's a fact.
Look, that section shit is dead.
It's over.
That spinning that all that shit is dead. But people want to still go out. But people still want to go out and have a good time. And I feel like this. And I feel like that right there. I feel like if we did that, it's going to give reason to people to come out. Yeah. It's going to give people a reason to put some different clothes on and look good and have fun. And still, you can still come in there. You can chill. Fellas, you can come holler at these ladies. Ladies, you can come holler at these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or if you
definitely hollering.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. However you do it. Because you know, there's other world going. So however you do it, you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you
You know what I'm saying? However you do it, you do it. You know what I mean? You feel me? And then we provide an experience. I want to have, you know, you can, you know, snack on some wings and shit. Yeah. We have the drinks and just create a whole vibe and have a good time, bro.
Yeah.
So those are the three things that I want to do. And I would love to do, you know, that, bro. And that's just where I'm at. Well, the content shit is already happening. You know, that's for sure going down. I would love to do that shit with Trig, but like that, like the EDM hip hop shit has always been like a dream of mine.
It's gonna happen.
And I want to do it, man, because it's just like I'm luckily I'm in a situation where I don't have like no super duper responsibilities. I ain't got no kids, so I can move around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So I do want to tell you this too, because you asked me what about my music? Yeah, music is coming next year.
Okay.
So I am working on that. But again, bro, the Dez experience, and that's what I'm just going to title this episode as, bro.
Okay.
The Dez experience is it was amazing to watch. The stories that you gave me today, bro.
I know. I feel like I was all over the place.
You weren't. It was all in due time, bro. And we definitely gonna have to do a part 2 because
I feel like there's so much. I feel like there's so much we left on the table, like
that, and then on top of what's to come, the content to come, bro. I definitely am going to have you come back in here
for sure
to talk about it.
Well, anytime.
Shit, we might just have to pull up on the event when it happens and film it that way too, bro. Because I'm gonna say the one clip from the Breakaway Fest or the festival that you did. I'm going to.
I think that was Numbers Fest. I had two because like, and shout out to Tron. That was my guy. You know, Tron was the DJ, and
when you stepped out, it was the one where you stepped out and you were right on. You were coming out of off the big stage and going to the run.
That was Numbers Fest. That was Numbers Fest.
So that was Numbers Fest. That, bro. When because I remember seeing the clip when you were walking out, and I see that, and I know that energy hit you a different way because when you came back to the show, you was just like, that shit was different. I got to do it again. It was a certain energy that, and then in your face, the way you expressed it when it was on YouTube, I was just like, nigga, you got to do it, bro.
That shit,
and
man.
With you saying the music, you got to do that, bro.
I'm with it. Like, if there's any producers and stuff that like want to get into that, you know, that's just the thing is like I don't know nobody that's like into that type of production, but like that's what I want to do because for one, I feel like it's a wide open lane, and what I love about that crowd is like they don't see color, they don't see age, they don't, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, like hip hop, you know, hip hop be trying to like age you out, like if you get too old about you too old, this and that, like with that, as long as if they fucking with the music, they gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, And then also too, it's just the experience, bro. Just to see, a sea of people just jumping up and down, having a good time, bro. Like the first festival, I was just like, when I did the Numbers Fest, I was like, yo, like it took me like after like my 5th time coming out, because I was like, I would introduce the acts and stuff, and then sometimes I would have a little set to like help people change and shit. So at first I was kind of like, it was new for me, so I was kind of like coming out on like some club shit, and it was just like, oh, okay, no, this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, I would talk to people. I was talking, like, I learned in real time, like when I did the first one. So they telling me, oh no, like do this, that, and the third. Okay. So then by the time, and it was a 2-day, it was a 2-day event. Both the time I did Numbers Fest. So first time I did it by day 2, I'm ready, right? So then the second time I come, I just know what to do, right? I know the chant that OU do, you know what I mean? OU, oh yeah. Like, it's just like, okay, like, we here, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing water bottles, I'm throwing beach balls, like, you know what I mean? They just like to get hype, you feel what I'm saying? I'm in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, and one of the, in the Numbers Fest joint, like, nigga, they was out there smoking a blunt, and it was like, I grabbed the blunt from one dude and passed it to the other. Cause like they had a divider. They had like a runway, so it was like crowd over here, but they can't walk over there. Yeah. So I'm in the middle. So I grabbed the blunt from one kid, give it to the other one. They like, they going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the energy was just crazy, bro. So I was just like, boom. So then by the time I did Breakaway Fest, I already know what to do. And like I said, man, me and Tron, so this is like me and Tron's like 4th time doing the festival together, because we was doing this shit together at OU. So when we did Breakaway Fest, man, I'll never forget. So you remember Lil Pump? Remember Lil Pump?
Yeah.
So he had a partner, Smoke Perp.
Yeah.
And he was
Didn't he pass away?
I don't know if Smoke Perp passed away, but I just know that anyway, when Breakaway Fest, he was paid to perform. So we had like an intermission to like bring out, and I got that video on my phone. So when me and Tron come out and we playing the Trippie Redd, that was right before Smoke Perp. So we got the crowd going crazy. Smoke Perp's manager tell them like, they gotta get off the stage, like, cause they said we was getting the crowd too hype. And we like,
we getting them hype for it.
And then he came out there and ain't do nothing, man. Bum. Like,
bum.
Yeah, like he out there like, yeah. So then his DJ tried to come out there and try to match our energy, didn't work. No. Smoke Perp doing them songs, everything. They was just looking at him like,
you cheese.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So but that just, in long story long, that energy was just undeniable, bro. So
I'm going to sow the seed to tell you, bro. I just want to tell you thank you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Before anything, bro. Yeah. And keep doing you, man.
Word.
It don't matter who like it, who don't like it, who's gonna be there, who's not gonna be there. This is how I see it, is it's a book that you write, and only you can write it.
Word.
Can't nobody tell your story the way you tell your story. And can't nobody be you. They hate you because they ain't you. All right? But keep thriving, bro. I appreciate it. And I'm going to say, bro, I love you, man, because you honestly put your soul out there. You put your heart out there, and you make sure that when you meet people and talk to people, they're seen to you.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't.
Absolutely, bro. Got to.
I appreciate you, bro.
My nigga.
Hey, yo, this is In the Whip. And love on your folks, be genuine to you, and turn the world upside down. You feel me?
Absolutely.
All right, peace.
My nigga.